obviously a bit of a different live today. I'm going to hope and pray the shed. We've got the highest speed, so hopefully it's going to be all right for today. And turn that down as well, because you don't want that on the iPad. So, just bear with me, guys. A few things I haven't sorted. Or kind of changing everything, so it makes it all kind of out the way. So Tammy and Ray, happy 4th of July to you guys. No, it's a big day for you, so it means a lot that you popped onto the live and not out celebrating. I don't know, it gets quite manic over in America, doesn't it, for today? Paul, lovely, a very good evening. Hope you're keeping okay. And the dog's barking her head off. If she continues, I might have to just pop and see that she can still get in. Otherwise, she's locked herself out. But yes, we're back in the shed, but a kind of different position today. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to go and make sure that the dog's okay and she can get in. So if anybody pops in, please let them know I'm just coming back. What are you barking at? Oh, you're with Mummy. Oh, the dog's just barking at anything. Mum's out with her, so yes. So yes, hopefully a couple of different things. Obviously we need to do more painting, more ballasting, but we've also got the second tunnel to do. So it's kind of going to be a mix of both today. No kits, purely because of trying to get it all set up. It's tidied away because the desk is also being used as a, oh, what's the word? As storage for the kitchen stuff as well. That's got like the kettle and everything on, so. And Judy will be with us for the next couple of minutes, I imagine. So, David Swindon, very good evening, lovely. Rob's actually upstairs asleep, bless him. So he might pop on later, but a 15-hour day yesterday and him doing all the driving. It was a long shift, but it's one of those that was very worth it. So he's currently in the land of Nod. So we do not go to fireworks. My boys do not enjoy them, sensory overload. I get that, Tammy. It's a shame. I think a lot of places could do with going with silent fireworks, because then it also means people like your son, where sensories, you know, the big bangs and everything are too much, would still be able to enjoy them. But I think they're starting to do them over here a little bit. Haven Rail, very good evening. Are you new to our channel? I don't recognise your name. I apologise if you are. I haven't got it on my cheat sheet. So if you are new, very big welcome. And if you want to tell me your name so I can call you that, or if you want to be your channel name, it's entirely up to you. I think the dog might be barking because she's hearing me talking, so she will settle down in a minute when she goes back in. Gavin, good evening. Back in the shed. Yes, howdy out to all, including yourself. Yeah, Gavin, we're seeing the internet has kind of increased a bit, but we're still on the wireless one, so I don't know how this is going to go. But we did it to, you know, at least get the Tuesday live in. Hopefully looking at hardwiring in tomorrow. We've got one of our friends coming round to help Rob out with that, so then we know it's going to be even better and more reliable. So, and Haven Rail is Andy. You are subscribed. Have you been on our live, Andy? Sorry, I meant it's harder to gauge your comments than on the live. Sorry, I meant, are you new to the lives? I'm building a LMS layout at the moment. Oh, is that London? I'm not sure. No, it is your first time. Well, a very big welcome to our lives then. You'll probably notice it's a bit different than our usual videos. Usually more mistakes happen, to be fair. We do try to include them into our normal videos, but just, you know, this is where it usually goes really wrong, and people with bad jokes and everything. So bear with me. I'm just looking for a pen, because I bought the cheat sheet out, but I haven't bought a pen out, so I might have to add that after. So That's another Andy in the mix. So we've got so many Andys, so many Pauls. I've got lots of people with the same name, so it's definitely handy for me to. But yeah, I have noticed you comment on our videos. It's just nice to have you in live. So yeah, I am sorry guys, because it's a completely different position, different camera position. It's going to be another one of those where everything probably moves again and something's not comfortable. But we, as I said, the lives are important to us as well, as we know it is to you guys. So this is why we wanted to do it. And what was it we saw? Picture quality and sound good. I don't want to jinx it too much, so let's just see how it goes. Paul, have I said good evening to you, lovely? Collins Engage. I'm getting mixed up tonight. No, I haven't said good evening to you. Mick Blizzard. Hi, Grace. Watching your vids is tempting me to dig out my old stat. I've not seen it for 50 years. Well, it's more possible, Mick. We've got our old girl, which... No, she's under the track, so I can't even grab her for you. You will have seen, obviously, our old girl, and she's 60 years old, so you never know. Are you new to the live, though, Mick? Because I'm not sure. I've recognised you on here before. I think you've commented on our videos, but... And Gary Tate, Water Sled Road Model Railway. Well, that's a bit of a mouthful for me to say. Hopefully, I can just say GR, and hopefully, you know, it's just saying the whole thing. But... Are you new to our lives as well, lovely? So this is what I'm loving at the moment. I don't know, the algorithm is kind of punishing us on videos, but on lives we seem to be getting new people every time, which is obviously fantastic. So very big welcome again to people to the lives. Usually it's the Metcalf kits we build, but as I said, everything's kind of everywhere at the moment with the kitchen. So I can't even use the desk tonight. With the internet.
Does I need to be on the...
Sorry, yeah, because otherwise it's dark in here. So with the... Oh, I've lost my train of thought there, sorry guys. So yeah, being new to the lives, it's usually Metcalf kits, but you never know, depending how this goes, we might actually start doing things on the layout as part of the lives, because we have the more reliable internet. And as you can see, I really don't know what camera angle to do for you guys tonight. It's not my usual holder. I've kind of mucked around with the one we hold the gimbal off. And as I said, it will be moving while I do the ballasting as well. So, David Swindon, yeah, I try and do a live every Sunday these days. Well, we love them as well because it's the social aspect. That's a very big thing for us. And to be honest, we miss it if we don't. Another Andy 74, very good evening, lovely. For everybody just joining now, Rob is not ignoring, he's actually asleep, bless him. A very long day yesterday, 15 hours in total, so, but it was one of those jobs that you just had to, and it was well worth it. But he's obviously still very tired from it. I think I kept him up snoring again. So Jan, very good evening. Sydney, another one of our patrons on board. Hope you're okay, lovely. It's glad you're getting to see more of our lives as well. Dave, this one is actually one that I would love for disuse, but it's actually going on a working layout. So I don't know if everybody's seen it. Again, the algorithm, that was one of our lowest views. I did a tutorial video on how I made this one. So from that to that. But as I said, it's because of tonight's live, I'm kind of going to be doing this and a bit of a painting and ballasting. So it's a mix of doing stuff on the railway rather than my Metcalfs. Jason Barnabas, very good evening. My screen keeps coming off for some reason. Gary R, I've been watching your channel for some time, but new to the lives due to shift work. Not a problem, Gary. It's that funny one, isn't it? We do try and mix the lives, but I do appreciate lately we've not actually been doing them any really different times. So I know I need to do another day one as well as a later evening one for people across the pond. So it's trying to gauge it, isn't it? And obviously I've been quite tired to go too late as well, to be honest. Jason will be dropping in and out as the time goes. Not a problem, Jason. I know you're doing bits tonight. Brian, very good evening. Bob the Biker, that is Andre. Very good evening, lovely. And as you put horses, seeing as I'm in the sheds, yes, we have the horses here. As I said, I know the farm's probably going to get a complete makeover from what I first did. So that's probably, I'm just leaving that one for now. Concentrating on like the hills, and as you can see, not everything is ballasted and painted. Obviously, the ones with the incline we're not doing at the moment, because the one thing a lot of people did say, granted, was obviously covering here before you ballast. So we've got to decide what we're going to put on these walls, but we have our lower line to do as well as this tunnel. So I'm probably going to paint this first, let it dry, do a bit of other painting and ballasting and go back to it. So it's kind of a higgledy-piggledy tonight. Andrew Cleaver, new to your live, normally catch the videos. Well, absolutely brilliant, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us. As I said, it's lovely. You know, we're having more and more people coming to the lives new. So it's absolutely brilliant. I think maybe the algorithm's noticing we do more lives. So possibly it's just a case that they're giving us more input on that than the videos. Sydney, how's the airbrush coming along? To be honest, I've not even started on it, buddy. It's been mad ever since I went to my folks, and I still need to get the paints for it. So it's kind of on the back burner, but it is there to start at some point. Machine New Zealand. I wrote your name down, didn't I? I don't know if I did, actually. No, I haven't got you on there. Oh, no, Kevin. Very good evening, Kevin. And Sean GWR Buckley. Very good evening, lovely. So, again, just a quick check, because we've had an influx of people again, so I am sorry for repeating for everyone else. Rob isn't commenting at the moment. He's currently asleep, bless him. 15-hour day kind of does that. And I'm kind of doing this tunnel. If you want to see it after, there was a tutorial I did on it before. That is still on, but it's a question I do want to put to you guys, actually, regarding the algorithm and things. Now, when we did that video, on average compared to the others, it was an extremely lower watch for it. So I don't know, is it worth me doing things as my little tutorials or just keeping them in the episodes like we do? Just your guys' input, which you think work better, would definitely be appreciated. As I said, we always love your guys' input. So I'm just kind of not sure what I'm doing at the moment with it. I've just got to try and semi-mix the paint up to the same kind of colour. This is where it goes horribly wrong. I'm going to lower the quality of the iPad as well. Oh, it's not letting me change it. That's interesting. Must be that the internet is supporting it then if it's on auto. And it's showing me a pretty good... It is linked to the wording of the lives, like using how to build. Dave, it's not actually a live that I did it. It was an episode, well, kind of an episode. We just named it Grace's Tutorial 1. So I don't know on that one, but we know you guys love the episode, so do I just do it in that rather than like a separate Grace's Tutorials? And for the live, I'm not sure, because I do put the Metcalf thing, which obviously if people are building Metcalf and that and watching it, then yeah, that comes up. And we always have the model railway building it, so I'm not sure. You love my little tutorial vid. Gavin, I know people love it, but I mean, sorry. It's me not going the right way about it, is it? It's Gracie's. Whether I should do it as this video on its own or within our episodes like we always do. Ooh. because I don't know how many people actually saw that tutorial of this tunnel. As I said, you can see here, this is the one that I did before, and wherever it's gone, the green one is what it was originally. It was one of our donations, and I love it in terms of like disused, but as Rob rightly said, it's more would be for like a disused railway, you know, rather than one that's active, and especially at a heritage centre, it's obviously would be a bit more looked after than the state of that one. I absolutely love it for disuse, so I'm hoping with an idea we have, if it happens, to try and kind of replicate it for somewhere else. But we like these tunnels for where they are, so it's kind of why it's being painted. And as I said, I've just got to try and remember the colour. That is the only difficult part. So what I can do, I know it changes slightly when it dries, but if I do a little bit on the inside, because it was green on the inside, I should get a rough idea how I'm going, light or dark. I think, to be honest, that is still a bit too light, especially if I look up the dried up one. I will at some point start making bigger batches of paints, but it's just been so long since I've got the chance to get to this that I've kind of not done it. So, have you been, so Haven Rail is Andy, have you been artistic or is it a new skill? No, I've always been quite artistic. It's the reason why kind of Rob's left it to me. You'll see sometimes I comment on Prescott portraits because I do actually do pet portraits as well. So that's like right now it's the one I've got signed in when I watch it on my iPad. So even if there's things like technical issues and you see that comment, that is actually me just on my other profile. I've still not signed my iPad into R1. But yeah, I've always been quite artistic, which is why Rob was like, you're doing that bit. So it is nice to put my skills into it as well. As I said, I've still got to try the airbrushing, but not quite there yet. Collins, engage, very good evening. Alex Page, another patron, is in this evening. Very good evening. You should do what you want to do and more, and others will like your time and enjoy your company. It's the area I struggle the most. It can be hard. As I said, I'm quite lucky. I've already got that kind of arty background. So, and Rob is here as well, guys. He's just got up.
Evening all.
I did tell him that you were obviously quite sleepy. No, I've done it too dark now, so this is the one thing I do hate with my artist skills, though, is trying to mix paint. I did Rob a Garfield R a few years ago, and the pain it took me to get to the right colour. Oh, it's not easy.
How is everybody?
Everyone seems to be all right. We've had a load, we've got a few new people again to the live, so I said it's brilliant. People that watch the channel, but managing to catch the live, and I've said maybe that's where the algorithm's going at the moment with us.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just for lives that it's focusing on rather than videos. And people say they like my tutorial videos. So whether, again, we try another one, you know, like this one we did.
Yeah.
Or just stick it in. It's, again, I think it was just algorithm based.
Yeah, the last episode's not done so well.
No, so I think we're just in a funny dip at the moment. As we all had a discussion on the last live, it's funny what it does. Choberton, very good evening, Lovey, and thank you for heading over to my TikTok and YouTube as well for my portrait channel. It is appreciated.
Yeah, you still need to do work on that.
On the YouTube for the portraits.
Not in your art in general.
Well, I've not done anything, have I? This kind of took over, but I will get back to that. If people fancy heading there, I don't mind if you don't watch videos just to get me those likes to go live on there. It means I can come away from TikTok then, doesn't it? I think it is linked on our profile, but you don't have to. I appreciate it's not trained or anything. There's no real videos on there as of yet.
I'll just go on. It's a bit for the hell of it.
That's what I mean. I think on YouTube it's 50 you need to... you need 50 to be able to go live.
Yeah, you've only got 17, is it?
Yeah, because obviously I didn't build it. Hopefully this was same kind of grey, but with it being a little distance apart, it should be all right in terms of you're not going to notice it too much.
I'll put a link on there if anybody wants to sub to it. Don't put the notifications on.
No, obviously they won't want to get notified for that, but obviously when things settle and once we get the internet wired in here and I get the desk space back, pardon
I
me.
can't believe how stiff that wire is as well.
Oh yeah.
That Cat 6, Jesus.
Oh, it's the industrial heavy duty stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, well, John's recommended it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And seeing he's a network guru.
Not RGJ, the RGJ trained John, guys. It's another John that we used to work with back in our circuit days.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
Oh, I said to him he's going to come with you tomorrow and help you get it's set up in here.
Right now, he doesn't know that network.
But at the moment, we seem to have okay internet because this is set to auto-only quality. And it's pretty good quality on my iPad. So we must be doing okay. You're going to go and speed test it now, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to speed test it because it will bugger your internet.
A few people are saying good evening to you, Rob.
Hello, all.
Does the thumbnail play much difference when it comes to views? Alex, I think certain ones, let's be honest, we've probably had views of people that aren't watching the trains, as we've discussed before. So possibly thumbnails, but at the end of the day, I ain't...
Oh, yeah, what did I do for a thumbnail for that? That's a very, very good point, actually.
Yeah, the thumbnail you chose for my tutorial, I look awful. It's not a nice one, to be fair.
Should I put a picture of it of you in a bikini?
Yeah, okay, that will get the views, won't it? Pete, Delph Junction, nice to have you back, buddy. Just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. I've just thought of something I need to tell Rob, and if I forget, I won't say it. Sorry, guys, it's one of those because I'm so tired at the moment. If I didn't say it, I'd forget it. Yes, please. Rob's just offered me a cuppa, so you guys have helped me training well, I must say. But yeah, Alex, I do think it does play a difference in certain people. I know a lot of you on here don't give a damn what I wear and that, but obviously we know there are other people that have even this channel by comments made and ignored that are only interested in one thing. So, but to be fair, I don't think it's the most flattering photo that you use for it. Usually we just get a caption off the actual video. So one thing I will say, guys, is if it does go off you, please let me know. Where I've got this set up is where I usually stand, so you'll know there isn't much of a room. And obviously I'm not using my usual holder. So again, I don't mean to go out of view, but that's usual for my lives, isn't it? So, hey mum, hey dad, they're tuning in as well. Evening all. So, Jerry, very good evening. Evening all. When Jenny Kirk did a giveaway last week, there seemed to be a lot of new names in the chat. Cream and 2 sugar Sydney. I'll let him know when he comes back. But Jerry, I think part of the reason hers might be so popular is usually she puts it in the title, doesn't she? And I can't remember who it was just said. The quality's down, so I'm gonna pause this again. But you know, she puts giveaway in the title, so whether that, you know, again, it's the algorithm based and people tune in because of giveaway, and I think that partly does play a part. Obviously for us, it's like our giveaway, we've said, because we don't want people just tuning in for the giveaway and then going away. We are keeping an eye who, you know, listen and supports. So I would say, guys, if you haven't commented on the video, even if it's just 1 or 2, if you wouldn't mind just commenting. Obviously we do go over the lives anyway, but we want to try and keep it fair in that we'd rather it was one of our avid supporters that won it than somebody just coming on for a gimbal, because it's not train related. We could get so many different people tune in and then disappear and never be part of again. So we would rather it went to, you know, people that actually support our channel. So we are keeping names written down and an eye out, and to make it a little bit more fair. Circle of Doom. Oh dear. There's a circle of doom there, guys. Oh dear. I don't know if Rob's watching anything on his phone. That's the problem. Sydney said to my mum and dad, hello mum and dad. RB Rail Richard, very good evening, lovely. But yeah, this is, I'm just hoping it stays just so we can get this live. As I said, hardwiring hopefully tomorrow, and then putting like another router in here, so it'll be a more, well, it'll be a more secure signal. We think the plug is what's the problem. Giveaway, didn't know there was one. No Circle of Doom here. Just my mum and dad then, although their internet's been playing up, so it could be them. Sydney, it's not a video specifically that you have to go on and comment, because again, we thought, do we do a video about it? But again, you're going to get people just watch the video and suddenly go, I love RGJ, you know, just to try and win it and then never take part. We know, Sydney, your name's already on the list, lovely. You know, it's obviously Patreons and members that are paying. I think I'm actually going to have a word with Rob, because I wonder if, because you guys, you might get an extra entry just because of, obviously, that extra support. You know, as that little thank you, because we haven't done a giveaway yet. But it's more, we know who comments on our videos and actually watch them, but it's not, it's a hard one because I don't want to single out obviously our regular viewers that don't comment, but as I said, in the same sense, it's trying to be fair to people that aren't just going to comment or want to be part of it just to get a free gimbal. I've just had a thought talking with Sydney, because I'm talking about the gimbal.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it's fair to our Patreons and members, they get an extra number in the deal as a thank you because of them?
An extra point.
Yes.
So they get
an extra number.
So they get 2 points and everybody else gets 1.
Yes.
Can do.
Yeah,
That's
I think
you should ask all of the people in the chat about that then.
Yeah. So, guys, as well, your input. Do you think that's fair? Because obviously our patrons and the membership on YouTube is an extra support. Will you guys be offended that if we give them an extra draw into it?
Just a thought about that though. In one way, I think that's a little bit unfair because, no disrespect to them, but the people that have gone on to support us constantly.
Yeah. This is why I'm no good at this thing. I've run out of paint.
Like Jerry helps you, and others. Like Jerry has helped you with the Metcalf kits, and I'm just using Jerry as an example here. Or Timber that's given advice about electrics. Their support's been invaluable.
Okay, just ignore me, guys.
So, in the other sense, I think it should be on an even keel, because although some people haven't become members or patrons,
Yes.
their input has been just as valuable.
Well, we need to sort out a patron and membership giveaway at some point. We do.
Yeah, well, we can do that later down the line, but I think I can see both sides.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
As I say, using Timber and Jerry is purely as an example, and the others, they've all their input. You think, oh, damn, didn't think of that.
Yeah.
No, I think everybody should be balanced personally, but let's ask what the viewers think.
So yeah, let me just comment with comments. Yeah, Mum and Dad, it was your Wi-Fi. Machine New Zealand, you've got to head off. I've still not got your name fully. I'm just trying to find you on my list.
New Zealand?
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
Jesus.
That's what I mean. We're going all over.
12 hours.
Which is amazing.
7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
But going off to work. So thanks for streaming. We'll watch the rest later. No worries. Thanks for popping in, lovely. It is appreciated.
Do you want to give everybody a reminder?
I'm on the phone, so sorry for any mistakes. Don't be at all, lovely. Alex, what if you use a top-down thumbnail? Might make it easier and reduce views for those that wouldn't contribute long-term to channel health. Well, it's not about those that don't contribute as a whole. It's just we don't think it's fair that if they enter the giveaway just because it's a giveaway and because it's not train-related, we could get anybody on YouTube thinking, I want a gimbal. You know, and then they don't stay on the channel. It kind of feels unfair to you viewers that have been with us.
No, it's all about
and continue to be with us. So it's trying to do it a way that is avoiding people that don't even care about trains and literally trying to get a free buck.
Well, it's easy. What you do is you shut off the entries well before, so someone that's been subscribed for a week.
Maybe
or
we
a
should
day.
mention it in the next video then, just to so people have got time, because we're not there yet. So like we said, it keeps up and not put giveaway in the title, just purely put it in the episode.
Sugar.
Although people have actually said here, Rob, Jerry said it sounds fair to me. Haven Rail, who is a new one tonight as well, watches our videos but new to the live. Andy says it's okay with me. So some people are actually saying, and Choberton here, totally fair for you to appreciate the extra support you get from members. It is your channel after all. So a lot of people are actually saying no, it's...
Well, I think if we take on board, we've always taken on board.
I won't take offence, mate. Take a gate. Sean, well, the gate's wide open for you, buddy. Just shut it on the way out.
Oh, you can't say that.
Well, if he wants the gate.
That's telling people to go.
No, you've got to think of the poor animals. The animals will escape if you don't shut it. What about my horses?
No, what I was going to say is we've always said we take on board
Yeah.
viewer suggestions and comments. So I think maybe do the same with this.
Oh, Haven Rail. Thank
Oh
you
my
very
God.
much, lovely. So that's Andy. Andy has just given us
he's after 10 entries.
He's after 10, yeah. #1 fan. Thank you very much for that, Andy. As then we don't do these things to obviously please give us to go towards the giveaway. Well, thank you very much, lovely. It's where is it? It's here actually. No, we actually have it. It's what it is. For a reason it's not just for patrons and that, it's because it's a second hand. It's a gimbal that we've used for filming off our phone, and we appreciate that there's a lot of you on the page that have your own channels, and it just means that you've got something more sturdy and handheld. We've upgraded.
Can I interrupt? Bob the Biker says, is there a need for a giveaway? Your videos are entertaining. Yes, the horse has closed the gate. Bob, it's...
Andre,
okay. It's about people who have given to us both financially and support wise and suggestions. You know, there's been so many people in the comments on various videos, try doing this, why don't you do that? And it's about giving it's about paying. I'm a firm believer in paying it forwards. Like, I'm going to refer back to Jason again. Without Jason, you guys probably might not have discovered the channel, or some of you might not. It's about paying it forward. It isn't the world's best gimbal. When it's got low battery, it's a pain in the bum. I nearly said something else.
But that's why we're giving it away for everyone. And we had this discussion with patrons that were on our live a while ago to say, look, we've always said we're going to do a giveaway for patrons, but because it's second
and members.
And members, sorry. But because of it being second hand, we didn't feel it was appropriate as a reward, you know, as a kind of give thing for them because it's second hand. So that's why we opened it up for everyone. All of our patrons and members actually said, no, go for it, put it to everyone.
We've no use for it anymore. And we can pass it on to somebody else that might have a use for it.
So just go through the comments. Gavin, it's completely up to you. I support to enjoy the channel, not to earn rewards. We know that, Gavin. It's just trying to give something back. Jerry, to be honest, Rob, most of us will gladly try to help anyone with a genuine interest in my hobby. My attitude is that I was as a beginner not so long ago and got loads of help. As you say, we will just pass it on. Alex, I'm sorry, I didn't mean the giveaway. I meant people who watch this channel for non-train related issues. Pete, Delph, don't put my name down for it. Well, that's the thing as well. If people don't want it, we can kind of say to you in the post comment if you don't want your name in it. That's probably the easier thing, actually. Tim, very good evening, lovely. You have a kind of an interesting point, yeah. Just talking about this giveaway. Whoa, what? Sean, I'm coming for the gate.
50 quid and it's yours.
Okay, to go to the next one. So thank you very much for that, lovely. Langdon Road, very good evening. I think, have you been on our live before? I know I recognise your page, but I'm not sure of your name. If you wouldn't mind just reminding me, please, lovely.
If he doesn't want it.
Yeah, if he obviously wants to give away his name. But Collins, no worries, lovely. Please take care and thank you much for joining. No need to say sorry. Oh, the giveaway of a filming device. Yeah, Tim, the reason we've not said much is it was actually Jerry that suggested, why don't you do it when you hit the 4,000 subscribers? So, yeah, that's Mark.
Langton Road. We've got the...
It is Langton, yeah.
We picked up the... Oh, Jesus. Osmo Pocket 2. I'm still learning it, to be honest. It's a cracking piece of kit. And again, referring back to everybody on your previous live who was suggesting various bits of software.
And Sean, I'm here thanks to Jason's brilliant shout out. And exactly, we want to kind of pass on like Jason did for us, him shouting out for us. We want to give it back as well. So that's why on our lives we shout out people. Pay it forward, yeah. Evening all, Jimbo AAA. Are you new to our live lately? Like, that didn't make sense, did it? Are you new to our live, lovely, even? If so, very big welcome. I just don't recognise your name on the live. Put me down for winning lottery ticket, though. Yeah, and Andre, fair play. It's just, you know, we do appreciate... Wow, I think, actually, have you seen how many we've got watching?
Jesus.
We've never had this many, so...
44, is it?
Yeah. So...
Is that says top messages or
No, that's
that's
people.
The people watching.
So if people wouldn't mind hitting that like button as well, if you haven't already. Jimbo, been lurking for a while. Have you commented though, lovely? I'm sorry if you have. I know it does get very busy with messages, so I try and see people's. As I said, if we ever miss something, just post it again. And others will see it and definitely make sure I see it. Apologies not been in your lives lately. Life's been a bit full on. Langton, it's not a problem. You know, it's been mad for us. You know, we appreciate sometimes people will pop in and pop out, watch other live streams that are on at the same time or got things to do. We appreciate, we all have lives. Grace, will you put the moss on some of the stones? Because they are always moist. It's something I did think, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just watching one of Jimbo 888's videos.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a nice Sierra there.
Oh, yeah.
Mallory Park.
I don't know, Sydney. Rob was kind of happy with it like this without and just for weathering. I thought about maybe some in the deep stones.
Just do the same if you want.
No, that's what he was saying. He was suggesting putting moss in some of like the bigger stones because it gets moist, like I'd said to you before. But the heritage side, I'm kind of leaving under Rob's direction of what he wants.
Grace. If that's what they're saying, I've been outvoted, so go for it. No, that's fine. I've been outvoted.
Okay, I will add that on after. Unfortunately, I have to mix up more frigging grey paint though because I've run out.
I'm rather enjoying this video of Jimbo's.
Oh yeah. What a word moist is. Yes, it's one of those funny words, isn't it? And I've used it several times in the last few minutes. I need to get some more white. I'm really running out.
What's the advert? Something like muffins, moist like fannies or something, isn't it?
So I don't know. I really don't know.
Fanny's Muffins. It was an advert in the 60s or in the 70s, I think.
Oh, and Pete, I do apologise, buddy. Actually, you did actually say it to me, and I got carried away. So I'm glad you repeated it. This is why I say, guys, repeat messages. How did your long day at work go, R&G? It was long, 15 hours, buddy, but it was worthwhile. Obviously, we can't share any info about it, but it was one of those that you think, yeah, I'm doing this job for a reason.
Well, we got back to the station last night at what, 11:30?
11:30.
After leaving at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just, we were shattered, but you think, yes.
Yeah.
It made a difference.
Yeah, so it's one of those that it's a long day, but it was worth having a long day. And
where's Tim on?
I know we've got, Tim is. I know we have a few in healthcare actually, and you know, they will probably know what I mean when we say things like that. Tim's actually messaged, I'm looking to possibly borrow a circular saw. What do you need that for, buddy?
Pull that into view and show it to Tim so you can see the end of it.
Tim, I'm showing you this apparently while I'm mixing up paint.
And it is, I know it says it on it.
Cat 6, isn't it?
Cat 6 LAN cable.
Is that something Tim needs or?
No. Tim's into his network stuff.
Oh, okay. And I know we have someone that's actually offered help before. I don't know if they're on tonight. I don't think they are. Something electrics, but they might see this and know that we're getting it sorted. So,
it's Captain Static.
Flymo, hello, Rob and Grace. I've had to sit quiet tonight. I've tried filming it. It's not easy. I tried, but there's folks could use a gimbal better than myself.
Well, what we'll do is we'll just do an announcement the week before.
Yeah.
And if anybody's
doesn't want to
do it, they can turn around and say, or even if their name comes up, they can turn around and say, please pass it on or whatever.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think it's going to be a lot easier than obviously the amount of subscribers we've got and genuine subscribers. It's heartwarming. But it's going to be easier for people to say, don't include me than everybody writing their name down, I think. Because that's going to be... Whew.
We do the draw, and if it comes up to somebody that doesn't want it, we ask them to nominate somebody.
No, because that's not fair. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of other people being accused of being certain people. So it's not fair to them. The one thing we are going to do with the draw when we do it is go live. Because obviously that way nobody can say that we filmed it off camera and made it choose a certain person. You know, we've recorded and re-recorded, so it will be done on a live.
We use one of those random generators online,
But I don't want anybody to accuse us of, well, you pre-recorded that and you made sure it landed on that number. You tried it multiple times. Do you know what I mean? So we're also going to do that as a way to kind of not have anybody think that. I know you guys won't, but there will possibly be somebody. So who else? Have you tried AK weathering products? Their paints are good too. Andre, no, I haven't. We're actually getting a kind of cheat sheet. We've got some pastels arriving tomorrow, did you say?
When's Thursday?
2 days away. We've actually got some pastels ordered, so I'm going to kind of break them down and try them as weathering powders. It's something that's been suggested, so if it's cheaper, it's also a way we can share the knowledge to other people of you don't need to spend loads to get it. But I understand certain products, it is worth spending the money, so it's like the grime and obviously the rail match paint.
Oh, that grime is brilliant.
Tim, I possibly need to borrow a saw to cut board for a shunting layout I'm looking to make. Oh, you're going ahead with the shunting one?
Oh, hello.
Cool.
Hello.
I wonder, where are you again, Tim, if you want to... What? What is it? Rob, here. Rob.
Yeah.
Sorry, as you can hear, something big flying over. I don't know at this point. Tim, oh, Newport in Shropshire. Is anybody local to Tim, maybe, that could possibly help him out? Bit of a trek for us. Stephen, very good evening, lovely. I can't believe the amount of people we've got on here tonight, guys. It's getting bigger every time, and it's amazing. So, as I said, if I miss comments, please repeat them. So, Chris Rogers, very good evening, lovely.
It's the new one.
The new one, what? That really
The one
helped.
that's replacing the Herc, the A400M.
No!
Yeah.
It's just flown over here.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the Airbus A400M.
Oh, cool. So,
Sorry, plane geek, growing up around the forces.
Haven, Rail, Andy have to... Where did I just say that?
She won't be on flight radar, will she?
Have to drop off, but enjoying this live stream, so we'll join more. Be safe. Thanks very much, and thank you for your donation, lovely. The lives are always saved after for you to watch, so if you do miss them, they will always be there for you to check out, but I appreciate there won't be the live chat that there is when you watch in time, so thanks for joining us, and your donation towards a next giveaway is appreciated. Done something different this time. So I've got little bits of green here that are shown, but I'm not too worried about them. Someone's actually said it left Bryson Autumn 1.25 hours ago, Langdon. Oh, flight radar BLNH34.
LNH.
34. A400 RAF. Dad said. I'm guessing that's Dad, not Mum.
I've got the free one, it's not coming up.
Hi all, I will watch it later. Oswestry, lovely. Sorry, I've just seen that comment. Tom, thanks for joining and just popping in to say hello. It is appreciated. And we will catch you. Maybe drop a comment once you've watched it. And anything from that we can reply to, lovely. But thank you so much just for coming in to say hello. As we said, we appreciate everybody does have lives outside of model rail. I think this is a bit dark. Oh, I don't know. I'm missing my light. That's what it is. Realistically, I could have put it in here because I could have connected it to this.
Well, do you want that one to go brighter?
No, I think
Where's
there's
the
so
light?
many different lights coming in that's why.
I'll do that.
Oh no, that's too. No, that's a icy colour. It messes with your eyes, doesn't it? But
So your dad's got like a better version of Light Radar then, hasn't he?
yeah, he's got something else to use. He did tell me it's on my messages.
Because it's not coming up on the on my flight radar.
Oh yeah.
Well, normally military aircraft don't, but I think with like either a paid version or a better version or settings, or so, I don't understand flight radar totally.
But yeah, anyway, sorry, I need to read these again. So, no, it's okay. It's handy when you're here looking at the comments, to be honest, because it means I can do bits. Like that bit of ballasting. Thanks, Pete. This was Rob's one. My one is where we're going to go to next once I've painted this to leave it to dry. Oh, Haven, I kind of skipped there. Geez, big wasp over there. Where, Jerry? Don't say that to me.
No, I think Jerry's taking the mick.
I hope Jerry's taking the mick, because if he isn't, I will be out of here like a shot. So if I suddenly jump, you'll know why. Although I don't know why Jerry would say that, to be fair.
Right, Stephen Cameron, massive aviation nerd. Yeah, me too, mate. I grew up. One of my favourite bases was RAF Coningsby because of the Battle of the Britain Memorial flight, and I crawled all over the Lancaster, the Spitfire, and Hurricane. Sat on crash gates watching tornadoes take off and the pilots waving. Sat in the original. What's the word for it? Red Arrows. Not the original one, because that was the what was the one the one I sat in. I think it was a Hawk T1.
Pete's saying it's for Russians. And
Must be done yet, my friend.
I'm just trying to catch up with comments so you can then kind of take over, because it's kind of easy when you do that. Although your chair is there. Hit that like button, folks.
His dad works at
Thanks,
BBMF.
Flymo. No, cool.
Sweet.
Greetings, sorry for the late arrival. Secret Anorak. Phil, don't be sorry, buddy. It's the lives are one of those. If you drop in and out, it's not a problem.
2 seconds. I'm gonna Langton Road. No, Newborough Warren is on the island. It's a forest area. The Mac Loop is a bit south of us.
Yeah, we've still not gone, have we?
No.
But yeah, Phil, Secret Anorak. Honestly,
Pete, yeah, it is Anglesey.
But yeah, Flymo will say himself, he's had a habit lately of always joining in when we finish. So it's just appreciate when people join in, even if they're just saying hi and bye. It's always lovely to see that people want to make that effort to do that. So it doesn't matter when you join in.
Tim, Coningsby's a bit far from us now. We're on Anglesey. Dad was posted at Coningsby as a firefighter, and then he got his last posting before retiring, and he chose RAF Valley.
We chose that one.
Yeah, he chose
home,
RAF Valley because it was home, wasn't it? But thank you for that. Trust me, if I'm ever over that way, and I do intend to return to Lincolnshire, I will certainly take you up on that, Tim, because that's a really nice offer, and I love the BBMF.
Oh, sorry, you're kind of skipping ahead of comments where I'm at. That's why I'm like, what's going on? You can't be far. Oh, seen Flymo's. RAF WAS. I'm with you now, Jerry. Langton's keeping you where it is. My dad was an aero modeller. I'm a railway modeller. I'm a massive aviation nerd. Stephen. Jimbo, is anyone a member of MERG?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you wouldn't mind explaining that.
We've got someone else you've missed.
Go on.
Jamie Griss, love the channel. Keep up the good work. Jamie, I don't think I've seen you on a live before. So a very big welcome. If you've watched without commenting, sorry. But if you are new to our lives, a very big welcome. We really seem to be reaching out to new people tonight, which is lovely. And followers that only see the video, so it's lovely to see so many in tonight.
Jamie Grist's got some good music on his channel, on his playlist. Tiesto. Nice.
So yeah, Jamie, very big welcome. As I'm saying, for anybody tonight, obviously the lives are getting busier and busier. Isn't a bad thing, but especially when it's just me, I may miss comments. Please repeat them, because I don't mean to do it deliberately. Grace, Rob, myself and Adam were debating if you're an uncle. You've answered that. Yeah. Is it a military flight if it's being delivered? The flight path could be done by civilians. That's Alex. He'll be there this Thursday if you want to talk. That's why I answered. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm catching up here. Stanover, I can't see him comment, but oh yeah, there we go. Mark, Stanover, Captain Static. Very good evening, lovely. Sorry, I missed nipping in there. I'm just catching up now.
Stephen used to brought up under the flight path for Kinloss, which is up in Scotland. RAF Kinloss.
Yeah. Trevorville, very good evening, lovely. Like tonight, I often lurk. Yeah, I know you've been on a few. It's lovely. I know we do get some people that watch and don't comment. It's not saying you have to comment, but even if you want to at the start of a live, just say hello and then not say anything else. It's just a little way I can appreciate you watching by saying hello and welcome. So you don't have to, obviously, but if you want to just say hello and nothing else like that, that wouldn't offend me either. It's as I said, we just like appreciate everyone and trying to give back in every way we can. So that is drying now. So we're going to move a bit to the painting with the ballasting. I might just do this top rail.
Langton, I've got a bog standard version of Flight Radar, and I've just done the search for the tag you've given, and it's not coming up. Am I doing something wrong with Flight Radar? Is there a setting I've missed? Because I never see the military flights.
Oh, this gone cold.
Unless it's a paid version. Unless it's the paid version you need. Because I've had Flight Radar for years, but I've never gone to pay for it.
But yeah, Trevor, it's lovely for you saying hello, and I appreciate you might not comment much. But again, that comment thing with the giveaway isn't trying to dig to anyone. As I said, I appreciate some people watch. It just means trying to be that fair to give back to the people that are followers. As I said, I am going to mention it in the next episode because not everybody watches the lives either. But, you know, just 1 or 2 comments in the next few weeks just so we can get you on that list. And if you don't want to comment again after, not a problem. I just don't want you to feel like we're leaving you out. It's just the fairest way we can think of doing this without anybody just popping on just to get a free gimbal. It's the only way I can think of doing it to keep it fair. And so it's one of you guys that wins rather than a not even a trained person, you know. Trudy, evening, lovely. You're coping with my mum again.
Langton's on the free one. What am I missing then?
I don't know.
Zoom in on Bella.
Do you want to... Guys, do you mind if Rob just works this out using the camera to get a bit of guidance? It's got to wait anyway. I'm going to finish my cup of tea before it goes ice cold. So he may as well do this for a second.
Bella. What am I doing wrong, Blaine, right? Bella? No, I'm not sure.
Why don't you show it on the camera?
Oh no, I've got it. Oh yeah. Okay, she's taking a really, yeah.
Oh no, Secret Anorak Phil's also said I've got Flight Radar Gold and
I've
don't
got
see
it.
all the... So even when you pay, you don't see them all.
Yeah, no, I've got her.
Oh, you've got her now.
She's taking a really weird route.
Maybe. Jeez. Maybe it's just having a flight with it being new, I don't know.
Yeah, for anybody that's not plane type, we actually shared it on one of our shorts or something a couple of weeks ago when they retired the Hercules, and she was doing a fly past of all the bases. When we went up to RAF Valley,
somebody forgot to tell him, so we didn't have our cameras.
Yeah, Grace forgot to tell me, so we didn't have any cameras, so we had to get it on the phone. But it was great to see her on a final retirement. But the A400M is the replacement for the Hercules. Like others have said, they're big Hercules fans. Oh, hello. There's a Flight Radar Gold. Don't see all the military aircraft. Certainly hear them though. It's just tornadoes. Yeah, I've got it now. Tornadoes went out of service a long time ago. Yes, sadly, they were retired as well. And it was the Eurofighter, aka Typhoon, that replaced the Tornado. And I'm very much a Tornado fan. I'm not keen on the old Typhoons, if I'm honest. Maybe they've taken a joyride in the A400M. I don't know, Tim. It's quite possible with her being the replacement. Jerry saying shakedown flight again is very, very possible. Bob the Biker, local airfield is Bobbington, Halfpenny Green, Movie Way.
Bob the Biker is Andre. He just doesn't put Andre because people don't always pronounce it right.
Okay.
So just so you know.
Stephen, flying by the tornadoes are all finished now. It's the Typhoons and the F-35s. I do like the F-35s. All 3 variants of them.
Just interrupting there, Bob, Andre, Rob, you might have, he said before with his brain damage, if he calls you Bob, he doesn't mean to. It's just
yeah, I do apologise. No insult intended. Norfolk, loads of RAF flights coming in. Yeah, I need to get somewhere where like someone's mentioned about the Mac Loop. The Mac Loop's amazing.
We still need to go
The only problem with the Mac Loop is the regulars that go down there are very precious about it. I used to be on a Facebook page for the Mac Loop, and they were talking about some of them are quite possessive about the parking area there. That if people that haven't been there before, if they park there, they get told off and all this sort of things.
And there's road work there at the moment, road shut off too.
With Sydney Martin, wish I was near an airbase to see the military planes flying. I'm near an air museum, so I see a lot of World War II planes.
Oh.
That's definitely my kind of thing.
Do you remember the old one we saw at that aviation show we covered?
Yeah, yes.
In the bunker.
Stephen, I also remember the Buccaneers at Lossiemouth. Oh, nice.
Not being rude, but just an idea.
Jam Ford, fellow Tornado fan, do you have a PO box yet, Rob and Grace? No, we don't. It's not something that we can actually afford at the moment. If you feel, not that I was reading that, but you
No, I'm
moved
putting it here so you can sit on my chair and I can continue with this so people have got it to watch as well. So that way you can view the comments. Sorry guys, just moving around again.
I was reading and she moved it.
But that way you can read the comments on your
Yeah,
chair
but you
as
did
I'm...
interrupt me. It's
Yeah.
payback, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Jam, do you have a PO box? That's what you were saying. We can't afford it at the moment.
Yeah, Jam. If you want to drop us a message, our email's on the YouTube channel, or just drop us a message on Facebook.
And our email was on the Zgate.
Don't feel you have to send us anything. It's not about that, but thank you very much.
Hello from Canada.
Stan over. I like aeroplanes as well. My granddad was a wireless officer on the Lanka. Oh my God, no way. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hello from Canada. Grace, have you ever used a few drops of IPO as a thinner and brush conditioner?
Mike, very firstly, welcome to the live. But also, as I've said earlier, actually, I've still not used the airbrush yet. It's just with everything going on, I've not even had a chance to play with it or get any paints for it yet. So I'm thinking of just getting the paints that are already mixed up. Being a newbie, I don't want to break it. So,
Well, carry on.
Dave Swindon, do you want to sit here and then I can ballast?
Dave Swindon X. Oh yeah, I'll move for you.
We're just going to swap round and then Rob can sit in a chair and...
X-served the lineup for 15 years, had many tools in the hooks. It's one thing I never went around. I've stood at the edge of the ramp, but that was about it with those. And the one was lost at the top of Glen Ogle here. I saw it going up straight. Didn't see many after that. I might retired because the typhoons weren't for him. Yeah, it's first up reference, isn't it? Gavin, I was at the Mac Loop to watch the Hercules fly by a few weeks back. Was invited up and thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it's supposed to be incredible. Alex, Eurofighter, a great dogfighter though, and work better with the F-35's up round sight and missile connectivity with drone eye and Skype targeting. Yeah, the F-35 and the Eurofighters are absolutely amazing. Why are we talking about planes on a train channel?
I know, because this is what always happens and we love it.
You're actually blocking my...
I was going to move it up there
Just
so
leave
you
it
can...
from Sydney Martin, does Grace need more horses? No.
Yes, always.
No. I'm putting my hand over her mouth. She does not need more horses.
Yeah, I bite you.
She licked my hand. Normally you wouldn't hear tornadoes until it was over. Yeah, I can hear the typhoons coming. Yeah, the typhoons, we had them come up. I used to live in a village further down, and we used to get the typhoons literally going straight upwards. They'd take off from the base and they would literally go full afterburn and go straight up from us.
To be fair on the horses comment.
Gotta go, need a shower. This is a flying visit. Boom, boom. Stephen, take care, mate, and thank you very much for joining.
Yep, thanks for joining, Avi. We will see you soon. But as for the animals, I do think the horses...
Whoa, shh.
We need... Oh,
Jamford, let's come. Grandfather was Lanka. Oh my God.
funny, isn't that?
Rear gunner. That's amazing. The Lancaster rear gunners.
Yeah.
And he will understand what I'm talking about, even just getting to the rear gunner, because you've got to crawl. And they were always the ones in danger because the German fighters would come up behind, and the rear gunners were the first easy target.
But yeah, in regards to the horses, I do think for now we've got enough horses. As others have said, we do need to get more animals for the farm. So
We've got those,
sheep,
haven't we?
cows, pigs. I don't think we have any cows. We don't have any cows, do we? We've got a few sheep and pigs, I think, but Tim buy grey sheep and cows for the farm. Rob being a little saddle sore, sheep and cows and patios. And then we're back to
Gary
Airtel.
went to the Duxford last weekend. Had a great time. We had a great passion for photography. Oh, Gary is very much kinfolk to us. Went to Duxford Air Show last weekend and my other greatest passion is photography. I do a lot of motorsport and aviation photography. Same as us, my friend.
Well, not as much aviation, but motorsport for sure. Oh, they're talking about maybe seeing two that work together there. I do need to get my other one in here actually.
Because we've also got the Texan trainer up here. And I'll be quite honest, it's great. I'm very much a jet person, but the Texan trainer was awesome. What are you doing now?
I'm trying to put this in a position. This is why I need... Painting? Yeah, this is why I think... Although I could go and run and get it.
Flymo chairman, I totally agree with that. Salute to all who flew in them. He told us how tight it was in there. Well, I was... How old would I have been? 72, 85, 13, 14 years old, so I wasn't fully grown or anything when I crawled down it. And even I thought that was a tight fit. And we're talking about crawling down the back end of the Lancaster, by the way, before anybody twists it. How tight was it? Bob the biker very much was lucky enough to see an EE Lightning at the air show. Oh my God, yeah, the old Lightnings. Have you ever heard the Lightnings, Grace?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the noise was incredible.
I remember the Vulcan we got near the end of its life. It went across that horse show.
Don't tell Grace, but a guy just posted a pic of his horse meat dinner on Discord I followed.
You know what? To be fair, horse tastes pretty nice. And it sounds weird, but everybody knows the IKEA meatball fiasco.
Live quite close to Brands Hatch. That's bloody awesome.
Oh, well, Mum and Dad's end of the world. Whereabouts? Because
Gary, obviously don't tell exactly where, but whereabouts do you live then? Because that's Grace's end of the world. Because
literally you could hear the bikes at Brands Hatch from my mum and dad's garden, a little bit further away from Brands Hatch.
I can't actually see the colour on that.
It's a little drive, but it's because I'm doing this side of the road.
Hi, Grace and Rob. I remember seeing the Vulcan bomber at a couple of air shows when it was still flying. It was awesome. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, it sounded amazing. So graceful.
Around the English Electric Lightning. Uncle died in a mosquito in the war. Flew into a bridge in Germany. Well, massive. What am I thinking of? No, the word's not going to come out. But yeah, well, if I got a mosquito, the discovery of the balance and lance machine's got to be edgy to be good. Yes, that's the same with the Eurofighter. The Eurofighter, if anyone doesn't know about it, is designed to be unstable. And it is the computer that decides really where it's going, sort of thing. I can't remember my description of it again. He also has ostrich and zebra in his freezer.
Never tried it, but sounds interesting.
XH58. B47s. Oh, that's awesome. Right, I'm just going to put and see if Mum's okay.
Yeah, do you fancy seeing if you can get off my phone holder? Because I can attach it to this, can't I?
Not really, you can't access it there.
Oh, okay. So, back to me with the comments. So, if I do miss, I do apologise. Guys, it's... As I said, we know it's a lot busier. I appreciate it. In a way, trying to appreciate you guys. So I hate when I miss comments. So and I've just painted on the rail because I meant to do that. For anyone interested in this painting of the rails, I have found the paint can be, if you don't cover it properly, you do need to go back over it in certain areas. Possibly the angle. I don't think that's paint. Oh, it might be. No. So, the Vulcan How, yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? And it was just so, oh, what's the word? Lovely in the air, wasn't it? Jimbo, I remember flying. Okay, more of these are Rob's comments than mine. When I was in, we had Vulcan stationed at Lynham for a year. It doing air show tours. I managed to get a private inside tour of a plane. Wow. My Bombay, such a shame they could no longer afford to replace the airframe, or at least do a swap for one, a better one in a museum.
Well, the City of Lincoln's just been
my dad used to be an engineer for RAF in the UK and North Africa during World War II. Wow. One show I got at Lurchers on the Vulcan on full climb, I can remember feeling it and not just hearing it. It's amazing, isn't it? Jam, oh, they're talking about maybe trying to figure out if they know each other. Also my wife Ian, very good evening Ian as well, sorry if I didn't see you coming in. Also my wife brought us a ride up in a tiger moth taking 1,200 feet, was great, felt like beagles, brilliant. Grace, you must a spot here on the left, lol. Get me chance. Silly question, but wouldn't it be easier to spray paint like Real Much Sleeper Grime? I don't know how this would go in the airbrush, but also I think because you don't want to get rails, for me it's kind of pointless and wasting it. You know, you'd get it over rails and then you'd have to go and spray it again, but also possibly the waste on the rest of it. I don't know how it would go in the airbrush. Maybe it's something for me to experiment after. You know, we do have old pieces of track to use. But as I said, I need to look in what airbrush paint I can use. And as I said, I am tempted to just get the not watered down, but you guys know what I mean.
She's flown over the Mac Loop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she has flown over the Mac Loop. But she's still flying around North Wales.
Huh.
She's been up to Oriel Valley 3 times.
Oh, okay. My cameras. Do you want to get the big lens on her in case? Get the big lens on the camera.
That's a go.
Do you want to get
No, I don't.
Bertha on?
No, I don't.
LOL Sydney. Yeah, there's always one, isn't there? They probably wouldn't have met, but all respect to your grandfather. Oh, that's a shame.
Major thank you for their service.
Been fun, but got foxes to feed. Alex, no worries, lovely. I'm still jealous that you have resident foxes.
Alex, we need pictures.
I love all those. There was a TikToker that had ones that she had, and they were gorgeous.
Alex, you've got our Facebook page. Drop us a few photos if we can. I love foxes.
I want one.
I know people
they're wild.
class them as pets, and they kill bloody chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's the circle of life, really. What am I supposed to do? Starve?
That can't be right. That can't be right. She's actually frozen.
Best air show was when I saw the 2 Lancasters at Southport. The worst was when I saw the late Queen's cousin crash at Halfpenny in the early 70s.
Well, she's just gone past Ariel Valley again. But she's not our side.
Oh.
We wouldn't have seen her.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, if it does come over again, sorry guys, I will be jetting just to see.
She's got no destination though, which means there's no set flight path.
Oh, so they're literally just having a bit of a...
I think someone was right. I think it's a shakedown flight. Uh, 15,000 feet at 270 miles an hour.
But I love with everyone here how we can literally talk from trains to other interests as well. It is brilliant. But yeah, what do you guys think of tonight's live? Because I know it isn't a Metcalf build. But what do you think to me doing different bits in my shed? Because as you guys probably know yourself, ballasting does take a while. So I've still got lots more to do. The only thing we won't be ballasting up yet is this. If anybody has any ideas what we can use. Because my worry was the wet glue is going to ruin the bottom edges. But we need something to cover it. We've not fully decided yet. As you guys will probably appreciate. It's all a process, isn't it? Oh, Ian, I do apologise then, I think. You both said hi not long ago. Mark, I'm a keen amateur photographer as well. Oh, brilliant. What kind of... Do you like... capturing them. We do all sorts, motorsport, landscapes, weddings, loads and loads of donkeys for the layout. Grace, Rob likes donkeys. Oh, I'm sure it's, you know, they make good friends for horses, so you never know. I think my mum and dad are on actually watching, so they can actually vouch to the donkey sanctuary down south. I might have had a Shetland pony. They were considering it.
There's another random one I've just thought about, talking about aircraft. To our aviation viewers here. I don't know if anybody remembers very, very early 90s, possibly 89, 90. There was a Sea King crash in a lake in North Wales. Not only did it take the life of the crew, some kids died on it as well. Mum used to be working the officers' mess on various bases, and RAF Valley was the last one, and she actually fed the kids their breakfast that morning, and then 3 hours later she was given the heartbreaking news that they'd lost their lives.
So nice to actually see the layout. So Tim, you like it. It's something I thought, Gavin, trains, planes and peas. Love the lies, Grace. Don't you start this, Gavin.
Gavin, don't set bloody timber off.
Ian, it's fine seeing different parts of the layout. I'm liking it, to be fair, because I said this needs doing, and it's like as well. We've then had
view of the hills are alive.
Because when I'm working on it, I might leave it to do it for a live. So where did I just see it? Yes, so many angles of a hobby to see, Grace. Nice to be out and about in the shed. I saw something there about company. Where did I see it? Got loads of donkeys. Apparently, Wendy says you like donkeys.
Shut up, donkey.
As Jerry, I guess many are just here for the gossip / companionship. This is true. We enjoy that as well. We've seen how well the Metcalf builds have been going lately. Sydney, I seen a video of a train guy that used masking putty he put on the rails.
That looks funny, that does.
So we could use the airbrush and not on the rails. The putty peels right off and reusable. I use it for camo paint schemes. Oh, that sounds interesting. Mystic, very good evening, lovely.
Hello, Mystic.
Trudy says bye. Bye, Trudy.
Bye.
Jam and D fly Mohi then. Oh, we're talking about that again. Sounds like a good idea, Sydney. I photograph air shows, NASCAR, indie racing, motorcycle. We've got quite a few photographers in here as well.
Sydney.
Timber for Prime Minister.
Sydney photographs NASCAR. Please send me some photos. I'd love to see that.
Oh, I've missed loads of comments here. Secret Anorak, surprised you haven't incorporated a small airfield on your layout. Our problem is there's just not enough room. You never know with N-Scout, but we did actually talk about maybe having a plane position to like it's a display with the
well, to be honest with you,
thing, didn't we?
To be honest with you, I was actually thinking of just having a Sea King mounted from the ceiling.
Yeah, so we could do it like it's in flight.
Yeah.
Because Rob, actually, I got a few models at this air show we worked at last year or the year before. So you never know, we might do something. I don't get as much time as I used to, Grace, but I do enjoy landscape photography and taking photos of steam locomotives. To be honest, I'm with you there, Mark. We've not had a proper camera day since COVID. Funnily enough, the day we did our first, we didn't deal with a COVID patient, but it was the day it came out in North Wales. We cleared the hospital Wrexham. We were actually out with the cameras that day and got the call of, I need your help, I need you to do a shift.
That's it.
And we've not used the cameras since.
Flymo saying it's just unfair sometimes, Rob. Yes, it is. Dad, when he was medically downgraded from a firefighter, he became an MT driver, and one of his main jobs was recovering crashed aircraft on a low loader. So he got to see that side, unfortunately. Your dad wants to see the horses.
They're by you.
Where?
This is some of the horses, Dad.
These are the ones that Alex sent us.
Yeah. So I've got another set like this, and then I've got a few different ones as well. Those are the ones that Alex sent us. But when you come up, obviously in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to see them all.
Interjecting again. Mike Churchwood, I'm a horse rescuer, so you can definitely nab enough horses. I also believe eating horse meat is as bad as eating a person. Does that mean I've got to stop eating people? Mick Blizzard, I know there was a tragic fatality at Spa last weekend.
Oh, yes, I heard about that actually.
Oh,
yeah, it was all on the Marshall's page for the Alton Park ones. I haven't actually seen about it yet. I just saw it. I've not read it because there was actually issues at Alton Park as well. Granted, no fatalities, but they weren't having a good day for motorsport racing either, to be honest.
Oh, I've only dealt with one on a race circuit. That was bad.
There's a seeking for the rescue helicopter in the mountains. That's not a bad shout. It's hot going over Blano now. Okay, I try and take photos of airplanes as well, but I'm not so good at that, unfortunately. Oh, Dad did the aircraft investigations, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. My dad, MOD did...
Jan Ford loved the idea. Yes, a search and rescue seeking, but I think I'm almost convinced that's what I'm going to do. And I like the idea of it flying over the mountains because that's where they were. Hot going over Blano. Mark says...
I've just realised I'm doing this out of view and no one can see what I'm doing. I do apologise, guys. I'm just continuing. Woo! Meant to do that.
That's water all over the railway. All over this.
They just hold. It's very good, whatever this is coated in, isn't it? Who, what, where? Andy, have I seen you nipping in? Because I don't remember. Actually saying hello. There's so many different Andys, isn't there? Yeah, an 18-year-old boy died at Spa in a wet race. Formula drivers were sad about it. Yeah. Gracie's drunk again. Yeah, of course, Gavin. That's what it is. It wasn't tea Rob gave me.
Yeah, the one I dealt with was it was two brothers, and it was a 26-year-old who sadly lost his life at my local circuit, and that was horrible to see.
Which one? We were talking about Craig Bell.
No, the one I dealt with.
Oh. Well, you dealt with Craig as well, didn't you?
No.
No, you weren't working that one.
I wasn't working that one. That was bad enough. Don't want to see that again in a hurry. Mystic, yeah, thank you, but it's something I'll carry with me, but we did our best. We fought like hell to try and save him, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately.
I'm actually loving this live tonight. Maybe we should start doing these when the internet.
Yeah, well, once John sorted the
router.
Once John sorted the router in here, because at the moment you're broadcasting on 720p.
Yeah.
Once John sorted the router, and now we've got the new speeds today.
Yeah.
Then it should go to at least 1080.
It has made a difference. I think the speed's going up today in here anyway, which has meant we could do a live, which.
Flying out, busy stream today, yeah. Couldn't manage without our moderators, so shout out to those. And again, like I seem to say in every single stream, if anybody's got their own page they want to share, if you share
Stanovers.
You share it out. Oh yeah, if we one of our mods can share Stanover's page again, please. Anybody else has got a channel they want to send out?
Choberton.
Anybody's just share it in here, and then if our mods can make it clickable, and everybody go and subscribe, please. Gavin's off.
Gavin, thanks very much, lovely, and being on my side, of course. Not that anybody is ever on just my side.
My blatant side.
Brian is, but that's your OnlyFans, so.
Yeah, and Pete. Pete loves me. I love Pete.
Pete plays us both, I think. He's like, who am I going to be on which side today?
Oh, I'll call him Peter Player. A man after my own heart.
A busy stream with hi, Andy Hot Dog Pilot. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure. But yeah, I couldn't double head tonight.
Mike Churchwell, just a hint, try wiping the track with alcohol before painting.
Oh.
It removes residue. Very, 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 very valid point. Yes, I agree with that. And we have got IPA. Flymo, thanks for sharing that one. As I said, anybody wants their stream sharing, put it in, and then one of our mods will make it clickable.
Well, I get to this section and then I've got to go lower because obviously we're not ballasting this bit at the moment because we don't know quite what we're doing yet, do we?
Langton Motorsport can be savage at times, especially on two wheels. Yes, especially.
Oh, but I prefer marshalling. I preferred marshalling the twos.
I'm sure Grace has mentioned it before. I used to work as a medic on Anglesey Circuit, and we get things like no limits there, and there's been some nasty stuff.
Yeah.
But thanks to all the marshals and medics on all the circuits throughout the UK and the world, to be honest.
I've always said Formula 1 was on my plan for me to do, wasn't it? I just still haven't joined the BMMC.
Flymo, he can't have your heart, Rob. It's Grace's now. I'm a bit of a tart, if I'm honest, Flymo. I'm anybody's for 10p. I might have to give refunds.
10p?
Yeah, I was going to say, I might have to give refunds as well.
I thought you lowered it, but...
No, I'm feeling expensive today.
Oh, right.
So it's 10p today. Delph, we've got no problem with it because...
I'm blocking my light. Hold on, I'm going to have to try and pick a slightly better angle. Bear with, guys. I'm trying to do this so I get the light and you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, we've got no problem with it because it's the same as other Jason and people like that who do shout outs. We really don't have a problem with people shouting their channels out because we started at 0 subscribers. Everybody started at 0 subscribers. So if we can give a shout out to people, then if their channel grows, great. We had Tammy, didn't we, the other night?
Yes.
I can't remember. Mum and Son's Trains or something.
It's on the list. It's on the list. Tammy and Ray.
Mum and Son's Trains. That's another good one to look for. It's a mother and son, and he's a 26-year-old autistic gentleman. And I've watched a few of the videos, and it's an amazing channel. Mick Blizzard's off. Got to get. Great stream. See you soon. Take care, mate.
Mick Blizzard, thanks very much for tuning in, and hopefully we see you on more of the lives. But again, if we don't, we will see you in the comments on our videos, buddy.
Langton Road. I did a spell at ambulance cadets years and years ago. Some nasty incidents at Speedway and Stoke Correct. Speedway, I love Speedway. It's awesome.
St John's.
Yeah, they do their bit.
No, I know.
It's all ribbing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all just taking a mickey. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's the only reason I said it is.
Jimbo, have I missed a comment from you, mate? It's owned by a mate of mine, and it's...
And we're back, guys. It's a very funny one, you know. I've just said to Rob, I don't know if it's my phone because as that was happening, well, the comments were still coming through. So obviously it can't be the internet fully dying. I think it just doesn't like it.
It's the final... Oh, thanks, Andy. I've got that stuck in my bleeding head now. The final countdown.
But yeah, so I don't know if it's for phone as well because mine's an older one, so...
Andy says, quick Rob, kick click router. Can I not just kick Grace instead?
Excuse me? Do you want me to kick you up the arse back?
I like Secret Anorak's comment. Buffering. Kick the router, cue dramatic music, circle of doom. Sorry, Rob looking for another... Yeah, Rob is looking for another shilling. It's the hamster, it wasn't working properly.
But as I said, it's just... We missed a trap pin there, I've just seen it.
I'm pulling them out, to be honest.
Oh, when you glue them, yeah.
Yeah, because once the ballasting's down...
Oh, it could...
No, your thing is disconnected.
Ah!
Let's have a look.
That's why the comments weren't coming through. Keep it on your phone. There's no point as long as it's still coming through here, Rob. Off to work. Andrew Cleaver, thanks very much for tuning in. Lovely. Hopefully see you on another one soon. Because the other thing we plan, guys, when we get the internet more stable in here, is to start doing lives with other people via StreamYard. I don't think the internet would cope with it at the moment. So we do have to do one with Jason at Barnabas at some point. That's very much since he got us on.
Have we said goodbye to Andrew Cleaver? He's off to
I
work.
have just said goodbye, so...
Hair.
Yeah, but it's a doggy hair. Oh, it's Morgan's.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me when you picked him up here.
Yes. There's a Morgan hair.
They're my tweezers, by the way. They're my soldering tweezers.
Oh, and you've never used any of my stuff for...
Only addresses on a Saturday night.
Oh, that's where they went. Signal's having trouble getting over bridge. Where's my strat? Huh?
Well, they were talking about music.
Oh, okay.
St John's had a reputation. It was 30 years ago. 7 of my friends went on to be paramedics on front line and 1 went into mountain rescue in Scotland.
Cool.
And you went into IT.
Nah, there's a banter because we just say stab jabs, but...
End of the day.
Yeah.
When the...
It's the fan.
When the poo-poo hits the fan.
The poo-poo.
I'm being polite. When the poo-poo hits the fan, we're all family. Hot dog Andy, that's a guitar.
Oh dear.
Hey, as long as it's not a banjo.
Maybe we saw you at Donington, so I've been to Donington actually.
Have you?
I've walked the circuit backwards
Why did you walk backwards?
because it was a race weekend and we're walking around, and that's when we went. Loads of people were doing it, and that's when we went. We just walked around it. We're on my way round. The best.
Oh, you
bike...
didn't actually walk backwards.
No, I walked around it. We're on my way round.
You literally said I walked around backwards.
Oh shush. So one of the best bike events I've actually been to is Aberdare Road Races. They were the ones that were trying to do the... Can you hold this? Because I need to bring the plug over so that can sit on there.
We've got a friend who's the senior para at Alton Park. He's an amazing bloke.
Yes.
He is really an excellent paramedic.
Is that enough?
Kind of.
There you go. Sorry guys, I've just realised you...
8400 is close to you.
Oh, I need to get the camera.
I think I can hear her.
If
Yes, I can.
Right guys, I'm going to be... I want to see
No, I
this.
think she's...
Is she coming over? Sorry guys, I've obviously not seen it yet, so if it does come over,
I'll get a shot.
I want to. Huh? Where? Oh, she's over the houses.
Oh no, she's going away.
Oh, okay.
Going back away.
Oh,
She hasn't come this side of the houses.
oh, shame. Yeah, that's the other thing, guys. Once I can get my holder, I might start doing more of these actually.
It's just gone over our ear.
Stop picking on Rob. How am I picking on Rob?
Shh, don't have to shout.
Just trying to imagine Grace Moon walking around Donington.
Well, this is exactly it, Jerry. She said I walked round backwards. You literally said I walked around backwards.
Yeah, I walk
which
round
is why.
it backwards.
Yeah, see, you said it again.
Grace
Why would you,
sees. You
why
should
would you
know
walk
better.
backwards?
Because it was just the way everybody was walking,
No.
and then we were just on the circuit. We were
I
on my round.
walked the circuit in reverse would have been a better way of saying it.
Oh shush! Nobody asked your opinion.
Well, you got it anyway.
I gathered that. How was the view there, guys? Obviously, I can't zoom in or anything. Oh, pardon me.
Anti-clockwise. Yeah, Plymo says anti-clockwise. Another way of saying it, not backwards.
Which is why I could actually envision Grace walking backwards round the course.
Thank you, guys. I know you don't stick up for me very often,
You've got to have your time, I
and I
suppose.
really do appreciate this.
What?
she-
What? Missed it. I just sort of wonder who is stroking it now. Okay, that's just where
Where?
my mind went.
Where?
I sold my Telecaster. Walk this way, talk this way.
Yeah, Jimbo, did you do it backwards or in reverse?
Shut up.
No, I'm making the most of this moment.
I don't want you to.
Tough.
Meanie. I've got to be very careful here because obviously I ballasted up.
You know the guys can't actually see what you're doing.
Can't they?
No.
Ah, it's too far up. See, this is why I need to get my holder in here because it can go on there.
Can't you zoom out a bit?
Not on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So that should catch up in a minute to tell me that's where it is. You know, if the odd few bits catch brown, I'm not actually going to be that bothered because it's...
Paul Woods doing the moonwalk, exactly. Sydney Martin, I have to run. Great live stream. Thank you very much. Sydney, you take care, buddy. Thanks for joining. See you soon.
Yes, it's lovely to catch you being able to join it, buddy.
Yeah.
Take care.
Oh, I missed that one. Tim Maslin, they've taken the A400 for a proper joyride. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it. Looking at their the flight path. Absolutely incredible. And to be fair, it's not a noisy, you know, someone just said noise abatement, but it doesn't sound like a noisy aircraft either.
Are they trying to be like electric vehicles? You can barely hear them anymore.
Oh, Jesus, don't go there.
This is one thing, guys. Actually, if you're ever doing your own railway and that, put these on after you've done my ballasting, because to be honest, it is a bit of a pain. But
What's on?
this, because it's hard, it's sharp, isn't it?
Do me a favour.
What?
Don't break it.
I'm not going to break it. It's just very sharp. That's all. But again, it's something next time. We have kind of done things in a bit of an odd.
Yeah, we've got a mate. Funny enough, he's retired para, and he's he sings a lot, mostly in Welsh, doesn't he?
Yes.
And he's got a band called Mojo. Quite well known in Wales. Well, quite well known around the world, actually.
He knows Toto and everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, Toto, the group that sang Africa.
Oh, come on, how many people on here wouldn't know that? I think quite a lot of them would.
He's actually mates with them. Stanover, link to Choban, thank you very much. Mystic, some of the Mexican strats are very nice. Yeah, he's got. I'm not going to mention his name on here, obviously, but he's got quite a good guitar collection, hasn't he?
Well, I think I already mentioned it. Oops,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, it's.
I wonder if he's got a YouTube channel. I'll link it on here.
I'm sure he does. Because the great thing as well, guys, even though he's Welsh and sings a lot in Welsh, he tends to release his albums in Welsh, but also in English. So, you know, I know some people do enjoy listening to, you know, music of other languages, not knowing, but if you want to know what it is, what he's singing, he does tend to release it in English as well.
Trail of Tears was one of his better.
Oh,
Trail of
yeah.
Tears is beautiful. And no draw. Where's the share button? Private group.
He's on there, isn't he?
No, he's not on YouTube.
Isn't he?
No.
I was convinced he was.
Where's the share button?
I don't know. You just...
Share. Copy. Copy link. If anybody's interested, of course. I'm not studio, so I'll get this right in a minute.
You know, if I use this ballasting, I'm actually going to pull it the right way this time.
Yeah, that would help. And even one of your followers mentioned it.
Yes. It still worked. See?
Yeah, that's his page. If anybody interested, it's mainly in Welsh, but he does do a lot of English stuff. But if you search on there for Trail of Tears, that is an incredible song, and it was relating to a massacre in the late 1800s by the American soldiers who basically massacred a load of Native Americans.
Which was this one for COVID as well?
Oh, he wrote that for his wife.
Yes.
And then dedicated it to all NHS staff, didn't he? And then, was it Paul Simon? Yeah, Paul Simon did that. He was in the video with Paul Simon and all the other staff singing, wasn't he?
Oh, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
they didn't have him singing the Welsh is beyond me though, because he sung the English
Yeah,
part.
during COVID, Paul Simon did a video with various NHS staff singing Bridge Over Troubled Water, and our friend was actually in the RRB.
I thought he was at home when he recorded it.
No, I think he was sat in there. I'll have to double check, but I thought he was in the RRB actually singing his bit.
Toto Wolf, good Robin. Oh, Scott's Rails, hello again, lovely, from the last stream we were on. Hope you're
Scott's
keeping okay. What? What's the
Oh, just missing people. Sorry.
Scott's Rails. I've got Dave, hope you're keeping all right, lovely. Do you want me to check if you've missed anyone else? No,
Probably.
we're talking about Moonwalk, so
Well, we're talking about
I need to train him better, guys.
I had the idea
Gaelic.
of doing French and Gaelic, and if I can get enough lessons in Welsh, 3 times the videos and 3 times the audience. Yeah, go for it. I think Gaelic's an amazing language. It's beautiful. You always thought Heath Ledger looked like a bit like Paul Simon. Huh? I'm going to try and find this video now. I'll try and find a couple of videos actually. I'll see if I can find his Trail of Tears.
Just be careful we don't get the Circle of Doom.
I can't actually. No, we can't play the video, can we?
No. Maybe after tomorrow.
Ah.
Always post it on my community page as a link for people
Oh
to
no,
go
it's a
and find.
private group. They won't be able to, unless they join the group.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like nobody can join it. It's just private, I think, to stop spammers, isn't it?
Is he on TikTok? I don't know.
No, I don't think he is.
Trail of Tears. Twas? Tears. I'll see if I can find an outside link. Trail of Tears. Mojo.
Well, if anybody's on like iTunes and that, you can find it there. And as I said, a lot of his albums he does in Welsh and English, doesn't he?
Images, music, videos maybe?
I don't know.
No, you can't look for music on this.
It does remind me we do need to send him a message, actually.
I'll do it in a second. Trail of Tears. Mojo.
You know what I mean, though?
Yes.
Because we haven't checked in, have we?
No, it's not coming up in the search. I'll drop him a message now.
Well, I say definitely today's been a bit more productive, I think, in what I've done. But I think that's because I know you can watch the comments for me, so I'm not worried about missing. Do apologise, guys, if it's not the closest up views tonight. Obviously, that's just because of the holder I'm using, so... Well, it's easy enough space and asleep as out to 00 gauge. I'm getting my coat. Hate to say it, John, but I've got a for shorty with a wah pang. I think we've missed something there. I don't know if I can be bothered painting my track. Change my mind, lol. Well, it's obviously, if you're N gauge, it's not as bad because it's not seen. But I definitely think for 00 gauge, it gives it that more realistic look. You know, that colour where instead of bright, shiny rails.
Yeah, we got from a video from that model railway guy. Just make sure you order the right paint, like I didn't.
But it came in handy because I now use it for other bits, so.
Yeah, using space to sleep without the low gauge, I'm getting my coat. hate to say it, John, but I've got a Hoffner shorty with a wang bar. I'm not quite sure what he means there. Scott was, yeah, it sounds like a bad day. I'm putting ointment on it. I'm worried about some of these comments. One day, Grace, you will gaze upon this magnificent railway and marvel at the fact that you hand-painted every sleeper and every inch of rail.
Exactly. But as you can see, why it's not, we're not fully there with it yet, but...
Scott Rails could just airbrush it and then wipe it off the track. That's a very valid point. We haven't got any acrylic paint at the moment, have we?
Well, this is the thing, using this colour, that's what I've said to people. I'm not sure how this is going to go in the airbrush, because there's not a lot of it, so...
But I find it therapeutic painting it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping you're not going to paint it all.
Oh.
So I can get it to... I do find it helps calm my mind, if I'm honest.
It's like building your Lego.
Like building my Lego, it zones me out of everything else.
Well, look at the last live when the internet decided to completely go.
That's
You were going to see...
dedication. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few in here that have got mental health issues, like myself. I find it extremely therapeutic and very calming. I do a lot of Technic Lego building. I was bought one. Never done Lego before since I was a kid, and the way I calmed down doing it was ridiculous. And I found very much the same with this. They can't see what you're doing, Grace.
Oh, okay, just bear with me. Let me get this line and then I'll move it.
They can see you dipping in the pot.
Sorry, guys. This is why. Is that better?
I couldn't paint track, I'd get bored, so I'm going to use Brown Match Sleeper Brown aerosol spray. Yeah, and that's fair enough. It's a fair comment. It's...
I think for both of us it is that
probably
therapeutic.
a far more efficient way of doing it is aerosol spray. But this is just down to, it's a very calming thing, to be honest.
Well, look at
Scott Rails, I need therapy after painting all that track. Jerry BBR, track painting versus the fourth bridge. Tough choice. Yeah, because the fourth bridge, once they finish it, they have to start it again. Scott Rails, watch you don't get brown on your pink. Oh dear. And this is where the conversation goes south. Oh no, actually, to be fair, it could be a very clean comment because you are wearing stuff with pink on.
But it's got brown on it as well, so the brown and the pink are kind of mixed together.
I'll hand paint mine now. I find it to be a Zen exercise. Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it, actually. A Zen exercise, same as ballasting.
I don't know if we would in Engage, if we ever get to Engage. I don't know if we would there, because that a bit of a pain with the incline.
2 seconds. Oh.
What?
I think we had the circle of death for a moment there.
Oh, yeah. Were you playing it on mine, or have you got it paused? Because I usually pause it on my iPad.
Oh, do you want it paused on the iPad, do you?
Well, it's less thing, isn't it?
Okay, sorry. I didn't realise that.
No, sometimes I turn it on to see how it's looking, but...
I just need to come out of it. Let me just check that, and then I'll put it back on pause. I can hear next to it, doggies. That's Gypsy and Matilda.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, I'll pause it for a second. I'm going to go and see if it was there.
So yeah, like Rob said, it's more a therapeutic thing, and why? Because as I said, we're not in a huge rush. It's even today with them doing the kitchen, I was like, do I come down and just do a bit of painting? But I was a little bit too tired, I think, so that's why I didn't actually do it. But it's one of those, because we're not in a huge rush for it, you can literally just come back and forth to it. I kind of wish I had sprayed my sleepers before ballasting my track, but hey ho. Well, if you're up for the time it's going to take, you could always use this paint with the thing and go over the, pardon me, the sleepers at least. For those of you watching in black and white, the pink is behind the brown. Depends which way you're looking at it, isn't it? Raymond Legs, very good evening, lovely. I didn't hear Rob mention your name, so I still need to teach him. Yes, not held for further moderation, so it passed the hour ago. Have I missed something there? Open mask and take card and just spray it apart from the points. Right, stupid idea is I know nothing, but could you use different train scales to use the different scale ratings or size to make the space between the two appear greater?
Yeah, thank you for that.
Well, it depends on what you're doing, I suppose, Alex. But... Oh, did I just twist that, Jerry? Okay, I twisted something else then.
Nope, painful.
Stephen said, for those of you watching in black and white, the pink is behind the brown. So I twisted it and I said, well, it depends which way you're looking at it, doesn't it?
No, that was an odd comment.
So Jerry's just said
That was
snooker
actually-
reference.
That was a snooker reference to a very old comment.
Yeah, so I just twisted it. Sorry, I did miss that actually. Raymond, yeah, they were Woodland Scenics foam risers. And Alex, stupid idea. You could use different gauges for different things. Like, say if you're doing 00, you could use a smaller gauge as like the ride-on ones that kids can ride on. If you're trying to do it as in the looks, you could possibly do your layout that the big is in front and the smaller behind to emphasise the space bigger than it actually is. Yeah. It depends what kind of you're thinking of doing and what kind of look you want. But I suppose you could
well,
make...
What Howard John says. He's got N gauge and he wants to put a Z gauge
Yes.
on there for
a little rider.
Kiddie sort of thing.
Yeah. So, you know, it depends on what you're thinking, really. But at the end of the day, the number one rule...
Alright. Your railway, do what you like.
But if you do ever want ideas or pointers, then obviously feel free to chat about it in here. Because obviously everybody always has brilliant ideas. And sometimes a hive mind is what works best.
I'm sure it's been said by our... Yeah, Raymond, that's it. He's... That's what he wants to. Why he wants to do that. I was just about to say, I'm sure someone's mentioned it, but don't forget to smash that like button, please, guys. And if you haven't already subscribed, it would be greatly appreciated.
No, I think a lot that tune in are people.
Jerry, yeah, Dennis Taylor's glasses. Oh, big snooker player in the 80s, and his glasses actually went above his eyes, so when he was leaning down, he could still look up through his glasses.
Yeah, and Alex was actually thinking what I said second. Like, you could have set into some scale and then a smaller train behind to make it look like the first was up a mountain, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, that kind of, what am I thinking of? That illusion effect, isn't it? So it's like further away, isn't it? Yeah. You're kind of increasing your layout without making it bigger.
She's heading back towards Valley again.
I often thought about using different scales to enforce perspective. Yeah, so obviously seems like there's quite a few people that have thought about that, Alex.
Well, why is she not showing now?
I suppose, especially if you've got a layout, got a lot of room, but you want to try and make it look bigger, then that perspective thing is definitely something.
Now, which way are you going to go this time?
It's out on a long flight, isn't it?
Hmm. Oh yeah, there's another old snooker player, Steve Very Boring Davis. Hurricane Higgins as well. Jesus, yeah.
I'm really not liking this.
Raymond in G scale. H-O-T-T is right. Yeah, very true. Somebody nicked the A400.
My pilot board flying around half of the UK.
Yeah, Langton, the problem is you can see a lot of her loops are actually going just over the base. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose our full location. We're not far from the base, but it's actually houses blocking the view. I can just hear her, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Right, let's go for the back of the camera again.
It doesn't have as much volume as the oldies, and that's the sad thing in a way, isn't it? think we should just turn this live into whatever happens and whatever.
Just heading over Roscommon now.
No, okay.
I think it's just going to do a loop back over the base. Yeah, just turning now.
Oh, okay.
Shame we weren't down near the school. You get a cracking view of it there.
Sorry guys, I'm concentrating here because I really am struggling with this corner bit. But what I'm painting is I am trying to get the bits we are going to see in view. Obviously there's no point doing the outside of it.
She's doing a flyover of the base again.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Can people still see me? I just realised I'm carrying on painting and not seeing how it looks.
Yeah, just going straight over the base again.
160 knots maybe. I've led up the series with Jim Davison. He could do impressions of them all. His Higgins impression was just classic. Random question about your trains, Rob and Grace. Are they mostly passenger trains?
No, we've got a 125 HST, which will be going on the lower loop. Probably looking for some more carriages for it. And we have a, oh, wait there. We have, can I just interject? Will that appear in your screen?
I don't know.
If I press play on this for a
We
second.
might have to put it back into actual time.
There we are. Yeah, that little green pannier is going on the upper loop towing wagons. So just a mix. It's strange, yes, but like everybody says, rule number one, isn't it? TV show, Jim Davison could be brilliant. Really unusual, that Pete. Really unusual, Grace. You're right-handed, but you'll wear your watch on your right wrist.
Yeah, I believe it is. Usually people wear them on their left, don't they? But then what's normal about me?
Jerry, never thought I'd see the day I'd spend an evening watching paint dry on YouTube. Mountain, yeah, I just noticed that as well. I do wonder if it was something like that. I'm not sure. I can't remember if Valley's long enough.
What?
It might be for the A400. I know it wasn't for the Hercules, but maybe the A400 has got greater stopping abilities. Mystic, yeah. That little girl, I bought her for £10 as a non-runner, and John repaired her.
God, this is a long. Oh, this is a flexi track. That's why I'm like, why is it not ending?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the line to end and it's flexi track.
It's a metre long. Yeah, I bought her for a tenner off someone on Facebook who buys bulk lots. John fixed her, got her going, and then about a month back she died completely.
Yes, why did she die, Rob?
Someone didn't clear track pins. So she had John had her again, and she had a new motor put in.
So that's why he built that number 7 magnet thing, to make sure he picks up all the magnets.
People complain about jet noise. I remember when you kind of established spy planes. When I lived out in Cyprus as a kid on the base out there, and we used to have all the sonic booms over there. And again, going back to Dad being a firefighter in the 70s, and if you YouTube it, a spy plane actually crashed on takeoff. Killed the pilots and several people on the ground, and that, I think that was the U2. I always get mixed up if it was the U2 or the SR-71. But yeah, we used to have those over there. Andy, my watch was an auto winder, so my right wrist was always working.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm getting old. My Breitling is currently in it. I've got that's an auto winder as well. And thankfully it came with a wolf winder. So when I'm not using it, it goes in the wolf winder, which turns it, I think it was 90 times a day, wasn't it?
It is something, isn't it? It knows when to turn it and...
Alex lives by Heathrow Airport. Got used to the known place, but Concorde was something different. Very loud, yeah. Delph Junction. Not sure what you're trying to say, Andy. Yeah, Pete, I'm not quite sure you're as innocent as you're trying to make out to be, my friend. Love you loads, dude, but...
are any of them innocent?
I'm calling bull. Andy... No, you couldn't have phrased that better. We like it when people say things.
Which Andy as well, because we are starting to get people with a lot of names.
Yeah, hot dog.
Oh, so yeah, maybe easier if we say Andy Hot Dog and things, because otherwise
I'm saying is the day that Grace's parents bought her the airbrush, and she was unpacking it on YouTube, and she turned around and said, "It's strap on." You're not going to live that one down.
What? There's nothing wrong with a good strap. It's sturdy.
It wasn't strap, it was strap on. You said.
Well, it had a strap on it, so what else am I supposed to say? Well, what else am I supposed to say? It already had one on. It's not my fault you and others twist it.
Oh, I missed that one. Alex, anyone see the newspaper? The Sun had a story of a broken engine when it had reverse thrust on. No, I didn't see that. I'm very much one of these that I wouldn't use the Sun as toilet paper, if I'm honest, because of what they did with the 97.
Oh, they couldn't see me there.
The obviously living in Liverpool at the time, for quite some time. You in Liverpool, you will not find the Sun newspaper. Hot dog Andy, I'm pure as driven slush. Yeah. Don't eat yellow snow as well. Mystic, Andy's right wrist stays quite busy. I'm sure of that. Oh, timer.
Timer?
I don't know, Paul. She said hi, timer.
Hi, timer. Oh, Tim. Oi, oi.
Where's Tim?
Tim, there.
Oh.
You're not used to watching all these comments as much, mate. Again, now it's not just me. Rob might need you to repeat. I could have phrased that better. It's fine, Andy. Look at me even tonight.
Oi, oi. Oh, yeah. Flymo's comment. Timber goes oi, oi, and oi, oi, Sawaloy. Can't remember the show.
2103. We're safe, guys. What you safe from, Flymo?
He's talking about the what's the word they used to use? All the adultish programs used to come on at 9 o'clock.
Oh, over the watershed.
Watershed, that was the word. Yeah, Mystic says Andy's right wrist stays quite busy. I think Mystic is calling Andy a bit of ship weight. I'm not going to say the other word. I just moved all my Metcalf Engage market stalls into different positions as they look more like beach huts when I first put them in. Timber. Jason? I miss Jason.
No,
Another Jason.
Oh, which one is it that's Jason?
Watershed. Yeah.
You're going to struggle with this, aren't you?
Scott Rails. Remember the red triangle on Channel 4? Of course I remember the red triangle. I looked out for it as a kid. Hot Dog Pilot, W Anchor. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Or
Yes, did you ever see? No, I think you're too young to remember that. The red triangle, because it.
No clue.
When the red triangle come on before a program, if I remember right, Scott Rails, please remind me. It was always something that indicated adult content, if I put it politely. Not
for kids.
Not for children, and it involved naked bodies. doing things.
Fly-Mo, you always call me a different name and I love it. See, that's the thing. I've actually, if I look at this list, we've got multiple Johns, we've got multiple Marks, we've got a couple of different Marks.
We need an Excel database.
Andy, I think we've got more Andys and Marks than anyone.
We'll just have to name Andy 1 and Andy 2.
Yeah.
That'll be Andy, won't it?
For God's sake.
We were sent to bed in the children's home when we were in Channel 4 came in. Scott Rails, yes, but it was very softcore, maybe topless, nothing like we get today on a regular basis. This is very true.
If you see a red triangle, you're about to hit a car.
Yep.
In my day, pans people were considered racy.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, but go even further back and show your ankle was racy. Wasn't it? I can see your ankle. I'm so flustered. And now all the kids, what they wear, Jesus. I must be getting old because even school uniform, I don't know if we've got many females in here tonight, but yeah, we all rolled our skirts up. It was like above the knee and that was it. Now it's like wearing a belt.
I better turn the music down so we don't get copyrighted.
Oh yeah, true.
Even though it's on YouTube. I never understood that. You can't play music during your thing, but the music's coming from YouTube.
Shrollo was doing one of his lives the other week. This is his celloist I follow, guys. And he's came up with copyright. And it's his own frigging music.
Oh, yeah? Carry On Pompeii was raunchy. Yes, that was very true. Up Pompeii, yeah.
I love the Carry On films. I do.
Yeah, I'm just watching trans people right now. Yeah, if you look at the dresses there.
Mystic is John. Pete.
Look at the dresses they're wearing there.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can buy them now for people to wear when they go out during the day. We're going to Soviet schoolgirl dress.
Anyone old enough to remember 8mm films? No, to be honest, I can't remember. Carry On Camping, yes.
Yeah.
Slow motion on my dad's VHS just to see if I could see a nipple.
Oh, you've got a cheat sheet like me, Delph. Ooh, missus.
But you can't do that anymore. You cannot do things like Carry On Camping anymore because people would find it offensive.
Oh, what was the guy?
No.
Ooh.
Hold a second. Guys, you're going to love this one. Little bit of a story, but you are going to absolutely love it. We dropped this patient off at this care home last night, but yesterday afternoon.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
matron, yes.
Hold a second, just shush.
Sorry.
We dropped this patient off and fair goes, they turn around, so make sure you don't leave without having a cup of tea and a sit down and everything. So we went into the little cafe they've got there, which was lovely, amazing staff. And we were chatting to the lady behind the counter. And she said, do you want milk with it? I'm not allowed to call it a black coffee or a white coffee. Because someone said that once in that care home and they were actually reported for it. So you're not allowed to say black or white coffee anymore. You need to sit upside down.
Do you want to do it outside?
Yeah, it's probably better.
Good God forbid you get it on a
Well, you're doing some
kitchen top.
ballasting, right?
Yes. Well, that depends actually, because I'm going to try a bit of ballasting, guys, but if it is too noisy for you, because obviously the camera's nearer, if it is too noisy after the first one, let me know and we'll leave it for that.
It's called volume control.
Heard that before. But yeah, my thing is, I said I used to work at Costa, and it's a white or black Americano. It's world's gone mad. So if that's too ballasty, too noisy, I can go to it's with or without.
But it's like, technically speaking, because I'm a very logical person with my brain.
Fly-Mo is Adam.
I
forgot.
Technically speaking, it's not a white coffee, is it? It's a brown coffee. So, no gender in coffee. No.
And yet, I know someone that he was black when I was at school, and he always used to joke that he was dark chocolate. People that were obviously of both, so they were a lighter skin with milk chocolate, and we were white chocolate.
Mystic Railroad. Fly-Mo is Adam, the first man.
If I remember And I am Timber, not Tim.
Raymond, somebody has to put the oatmeal. No gender in copy, and I'm Timber, not Tim.
Wow, what? No way, that's going too far. A lot of black folks and Asian folks are more offended at the wokeness. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Timmy, as Alex has said. Oh dear, I was transparent.
It's like the N word. I won't say it, obviously. A lot of people, yeah, make sure you drag that the right way.
That way.
Yeah, now they can't see what you're doing.
No, because I'm just setting it up.
A lot of people of that race use the N. I'm trying to be politically correct here, so I do apologise. Use the N word to describe each other.
What's also on boot polish? Or used to be.
And that's fair enough. When it was used originally by white people, it was an extremely offensive remark. So I do understand some of it, and some words not being used anymore. They don't belong in.
It depends how you use it, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like going back to our airplane talk. Dam Busters, the film. If you watch Dam Busters now, it's actually been edited.
Oh yeah.
And he calls the dog Trigger. Big boy's fun. Hi all, sorry I'm late.
Big boy's fun. I don't think have I got your name written down? I know you've been on live, you knew a few ago. Brian or Jonah, that's it, isn't it? Yep. Your name's Brian, but you go by Jonah because there's a lot of Brians here. But Brian actually isn't in, so which you want us to call you tonight, buddy? Brian or Jonah?
Just for those watching as well, seeing as Grace is doing this, the ballasting she's got at the moment, and we've frozen. No, we haven't. No, it's just slow. I'll pause that anyway. The ballast Grace is using, if I can just bring it into the picture in a minute, is one that Jason recommended. Hopefully that's coming to the picture.
I'll play it so you know. You're good with names. No, I'm not. I've got a cheat sheet. I'm starting to get to know a few more, granted, but I still have to refer to the sheet.
I'll carry on since you were interrupted. Yeah, this ballast that Jason recommended because we saw it on his layout. We absolutely love this. We have had a few comments saying it's way too big. You can use N gauge. Again, no, that didn't go into the picture. No, I do apologise.
Do you want to let me get this bit done and then...
It's that stuff. Again, it's down to rule number one. Instead of people taking offence at things, why don't they just give as good as they get, like we always used to? That's very true, Stephen. Oh yes, Jerry, Blazing Saddles. Oh my God, that was about as
politically correct.
Politically incorrect. Well, that's what Jerry said. But that is one hell of a burger. I love that. Can't see the label, Rob. Hopefully.
I'll try it now. Let's put the lid on so they don't go everywhere.
Grace is just going to hold.
Oh, lovely view of my nose there. I do apologise.
Every time I learn a name, it replaces another name in my head. I only have room in there for 3 or 4. I'm very much the same. Going back to my brain damage, some things just don't stay in. Tim, I use a mixture of N gauge and double O gauge ballast. Mixed together gives a nice effect. In Leicester, we just call everyone me duck. Yes, I've heard that.
Ah, there we go. It's got it in.
John JMC, too many lives tonight. Hello, evening, or welcome, Joan. Welcome, John J. Polish your rails monthly. Oh yeah, and make sure you run your track as well. I know we're going to have some issues getting the trains going again because they haven't been run for quite a while.
Tim, I can't be moaned at by the purists because I have both on my layout. Yeah, it is a problem with names, isn't it? It's heading to Anglesey again. But yeah, but again, people say it's the number one rule.
The A400 is again heading our way.
Yeah.
All I want is for it just to fly over the house once more.
You see the difference in colour now it's dried. It's crazy. Oh dear. I think I need to cut this brush.
You need to cut the brush.
Yeah, so it goes across because it's...
Well, I did tell you it was too thick.
No, it's how you
The
use it.
brush, by the way, people, before anybody decides to... Oh,
It's how you use
she's
it.
coming in on a different angle.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Are you going off again?
She is coming up on a different angle this time. And unless she does a sharp left-hand turn, she may come over the house.
Oh, yeah?
She's coming in... Oh, she's actually flying over the circuit.
Shame there's no track activity.
Oh, there's loads of swallows here tonight.
Mm.
Oh, God, that's going to go down well, isn't it? There's loads of swallows.
It's like Austin Powers films, isn't it? So many double entries tonight. That's how we like to be.
Fook you and fook me.
Yeah.
And I didn't swear because I said fook.
Fook. I can't seem to send you a video or photo on Facebook. Oh, Alex, that's a weird one.
Right, simple. RGJ trains at outlook.com. Try that. RGJ trains at outlook.com.
Makeup brush. Yep, John, it is one of my old makeup brushes. I don't really wear makeup anymore, as you've probably seen my bags under my eyes. Yeah, as Mystics just said, hey, I just realised where are all the Brian's now. I know. Harris, good evening, lovely.
Hello, Harris.
Raymond, I run my locomotives to keep them up and bought until I build layout. We usually do, but because of the mountain, it's all taped up at the moment, so...
Can't we just lift it up for a second?
Yeah, because you're not missing much.
Yeah, we... Well, you've got a low battery on this, Grace.
Oh, that will have gone off then.
Yeah, everything's taped up at the moment because of the hills. You might have to change the view on that.
Wait.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's coming straight out.
Sorry about that stop. That was my battery level.
Where are you, bastard?
Yes, done over because it's an old one. I'm just going to cut it down a bit.
Oh, my God.
What?
Straight at us.
Oh.
Might not come out.
Bear with, guys. Oh, I can't get up. I'm going to have to watch this for a second. Oh, it's coming this way.
Just flying over the house.
I'm a shorty, I can't see.
No, she's gone.
Where?
She's gone.
Oh, beyond the houses.
I'm just gonna. If I put that in front, I need that playing. I'm just gonna wait for that to come into view, my phone to come into view and play it.
I will get to see it at some point, but clearly not tonight.
That is playing. Why is it not showing anything, or is it that?
Because
much
we're
of a
not
delay?
doing anything, are we? We've just been out for a minute. There's the delay, that's all. There you go.
Yeah, I'll just press play on this, and this is the view we've just had. That's exciting for me. Can I get past? Thank you.
Brian, don't be sorry.
Why is Brian sorry?
Not Brian, Mark, sorry.
No.
Don't be sorry, buddy. It's an everything. I do need to cut it down, but I can angle in it in a way so it's not getting me other parts of the track. So I am quite lucky in that. All of a sudden, there are two Brians. Oh, Finneton's come in.
Why's...
Speak of the devil, and his name. Speak of the. Yeah, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Why is Stan saying sorry, Grace?
Because I said that, yeah, I know I need to cut it down. So he's apologising when he doesn't need to again.
So he's making a suggestion?
Yes.
Well,
So,
don't apologise. Don't apologise for making suggestions. Keep them coming.
Oh, keep safe, Secret Anorak. Is Secret Anorak heading off, guys? Yeah, got to go. Take care, lovely. Enjoy your painting. Pete, can you come and do my ballasting? We'll see how it goes. RIP battery. Yeah, I'll put it on charge now. Who said Finneton 3 times? I used to get funny looks when I bought KY jelly for diving, Tim.
Raymond Legs, a year's supply of KY jelly will make it... What?
Oh! Last time I made a suggestion, my wife told me I better say sorry or she would hit me. Hercules replacement, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I said, guys, I know this brush isn't the best, but I have been able to figure out a way to use it while still doing it. I kind of put it at an angle, but I do need to cut it down so I don't have to worry about it as much. But that way I'm not getting it. It's a bit more annoying because you have to concentrate on getting it there, obviously. But, and it's not perfect. I do need to cut it down, granted. So it is a valid suggestion. And then obviously there's sitting there with the tweezers, making sure it's not above the... Now I'm doing it too much. I think there was a lot of bigger chips in that one than smaller. Because the middle, you do better with the smaller chips in there, to be honest. The bigger ones are a bit harder to... Brian Count 3. Whichever Brian have we got in? Oh, Brian Tolmer as well, yes. Sent email with links. Alex, no worries. Rob's just popped inside, so... Yeah, I use a cheap cut down 1/2 inch brush when I do my ballast. I just prefer the bigger one just to... blusher brush is too soft. I use a 2-inch wide one. Have you tried the back of a spoon trick, Grace? Not yet, so I'll get to it next. Got a dessert spoon and tap on rails. It should tamp it down naturally off the super. Because the other thing I said I did, but I don't know, is using the end of a brush. But I did forget to tap it down, so I'm glad you guys said that. But I suppose part of it is I'm trying not to be too noisy for you guys because of where the microphone is. I'm just a bit nervous of it being too loud for you guys. So that's why I've said if after doing that ballasting just, if it's too loud, I can move on to something else. See, it could be wrong for me. I just found it was working well enough with this. Because it's pushing off the extra, but it's not pushing it out of where it needs to be. But that's just me. I could be doing this very wrong. And I realise at this point I am out the camera view. Be right back. Nature calls. No worry, Andy. Andy peeing off. Old soft makeup brushes are good for carefully dusting locos, wagons and coachings. Oh, that's handy to know.
Oh, Alex has shared a page.
Yeah, he did say he just sent the links.
I shall have a look. Once I get rid of all this spam email. Apparently loads of women want to meet me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do they want to keep you? As long as I get the railway. That's fine.
Okay.
You're eating quiche.
Yeah, quickie. I'm having a quickie.
You're having a quickie.
Oh.
What? What's the R for?
You sent a video of a box.
Oh!
That's gorgeous.
Big fella.
Nail punch, just saying, never seen one being used for tack and track down. Why not? Well, that was my fault. Brush is a pretty brush, Grace.
Jesus, Alex, how close can you get to these boxes?
He's made them tame, hasn't he?
They're gorgeous. Now,
And he's gone to wind his watch. Tapping only consolidates the ballast. It does not remove the excess. Yeah, get that. It just kind of helps settle it in, doesn't it? I've been down south. It's a bit wet today. I'll be glad. I know my mum and dad have been struggling in the heat. Grace, did you find that therapeutic? I do, actually. Raymond, anyone remember the... Yeah, I can't even...
what?
Yeah, I can't even pronounce that.
Sit back and run on batteries.
Did you wash your hands, Andy? Oh dear.
The reason Grace uses a makeup brush is because she's actually given up trying to make herself look good with it. So
yeah, but the tapping, I said to you before.
I'm just going by what videos have said.
But someone's just said, you know, go on with it. But for me, it just doesn't bash down on my rails much, and that was the main worry I had. But again, I'm very wrong. We know I have probably the more difficult way of doing things just because that's what I'm like. And I think I'm getting to the point I'm overbrushing this now. I'll just get the tweezers out, which is obviously the more boring bit.
Dum, dum, dum. TT is fantastic, but it's pricey now. Yeah, I was looking at those turntables as well, but they are quite pricey, aren't they? Plymo chairman must have. I hope we didn't miss anything, Plymo, or offend you in any way. I noticed you just deleted a message, but fair enough, hit the wrong key. Yeah, Alex, I just watched those 2 videos of yours, and that was pretty damn awesome, to be fair. I sent you a message. Yeah, my ex-wife's lad used to live about 10 minutes away from Westminster, and one of his neighbours used to come out at about 6 o'clock in the morning and feed the foxes. It was great to see.
My mum and dad's friend Jo, she has the same. She always posts pictures of her ones.
What are you doing?
Just for little tiny pieces, because like here, because of the but because of the drop down, I find there's always a little bit of a gap there, guys. That's why I'm being so finicky, because it exposes the cork. Where has the ruler gone? It was
I don't know.
up there somewhere.
No, you haven't got one handy.
No, I saw it earlier.
No?
Yeah. Where else it gone?
Dun, dun, dun. That's chopsticks. Why are chopsticks on the floor in the shed?
Probably come from the box. Where's it gone? I know I saw it earlier because I thought, yep, it's here ready for when I'm back. I found it. I found it.
Yes, Mark's turned around and said use a dessert spoon to tap the rails. It usually works better. I've got to agree with him.
Okay. I'm just worried of bashing the rails.
No, fine. You're not going to hurt him.
So what, are you just doing that? Oh God, that's made a huge mess.
Tried making a turntable using a sober, but it kept rocking like a pendulum when it stopped. Oops. Timber. Helljam. I apologise if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Is DCC out of the box. Sorry, Peter, I said that word.
And Brian's here as well. You've sworn in front of Brian.
Pete's asking, can you come and do my ballasting for me, Grace? So he's lost his mojo a bit.
Well, hopefully seeing this.
The biker, how to spend an evening watching ballasting while I'm eating almond cake from IKEA.
Ooh,
Nice.
where's mine?
Tricks and Brower turntables are expensive. Rails have them for under 250. Turntables are 250. Yeah, that's about this range.
Yeah. Where are we going to put it?
I don't know. Hot dog Andy, you can chase dragon afterwards. That means something completely different to me, probably. Tim says not going to bother with them that price. They are I suppose if you've got the pennies for it, it's alright because they do look good.
Jeez.
Pico turntables are quite neat. Motorised Hornby ones are really noisy. Watch Oscar Paisley's channel. He has an old 8 Hornby Trang turntables. Finneton, mine's 20 quid if you're interested.
I keep swearing. Why do I keep swearing? It's you that said it, not me.
Oh, Delph's just... I barely caught what he said and he retracted it. Or was that what he said? Amazon have the Hornby Noisemaker per 100. Good ones are 600, bad ones are 60. Atlas turntables are inexpensive even when you buy the motor kit. Delph retracted. Oh, Finneton said he'll get the shovel.
Yeah, he doesn't like that word either.
They take up quite a bit of space but can pill corners. That's a fair comment as well. And Mark has said, yes, like that, Grace. The rails are pretty tough, so if you hit them too hard on the education, they should still be okay. Raymond, Atlas Turntables HO. Tim Maslin, DCC all the way. And I'll swear, I'm not getting involved in that.
You're just responding to
All I'm
comments.
doing is reading the comments. I am sorry, Peter. I am sorry, Brian. I'm just reading the comments. Tim will be on a timeout in a minute.
Sorry, Grace, I got it wrong. Am I forgiven? Of course you are.
He's always forgiven. He's a good lad. I told you before, Pete is good people's.
People.
End of story. And as for the swearing, I'm going to leave that between Tim and Pete and Brian.
Right.
They can sort it out themselves. We'll have to get a room for them to duke it out with each other.
Battle it out.
Actually, I'm going to check it again because it's gone awfully quiet.
What?
That aircraft.
Though actually you said that word and I instantly cringed. Yeah. I know we're not at work, but I instantly was going to tell you off. And I'm thinking, we're not at work.
Is Langton still in?
Not sure. You're kind of reading more comments than me at the moment because I'm trying to be productive for once, you say. Which isn't often that happens.
No, Jesus. Yes, look at the flight path. I'm going to put it on your camera. This flight path for this aircraft is absolutely bonkers. It's gone up and down so many times. And she's heading back this way.
Again?
Yeah.
Unusual.
Oh yeah, you are still in. Sorry, Langton, I didn't realise if you were still in or not. Hot Dog Andy, wash your mouth out, Flymo Chairman. Finneton, that's a loud Flymo. Z-Scale's a little too DCC in my opinion, but they're doing Z-Scale's DCC anyway. Jerry, I can hear it again actually.
Yeah, I just thought that.
Please, Flymo, there could be youngsters watching. Yeah, Langton, I cannot get over it. I can't work out what they're doing. Jumping ahead, Alex Page. So it's a non-military flight. That's very true if it's appearing on flight radar, because 90% of the military aircraft do not appear on it. So it could well be manufacturer testing. Like someone said earlier, it could be a shakedown, but that's one heck of a shakedown.
Well, depends where it's going to be planning to go, isn't it? They've got to make sure it's got the durability for long journeys, isn't it? I suppose.
T-Scale, little T put DCC. It's a non-military flight. Everybody's laughing because the swear words that are being said. yeah, I saw that, and it's got no destination on it, has it, Langton? So, and obviously it will head back there because that's where the squadron were based, at Bryce Norton. Delph, if you go to the Sheringham area, flight path goes over military and commercial flights. Langton, I saw a typo earlier over the wash. Does that mean that you're in the Boston area, Langton, if you don't mind me asking? Shakedown would be military, right? As in military pilots working together rather than civilian. It could be either. It could be handover, to be honest. Hot Dog Andy has had a refit and been rung out. Getting the pluck up for Sarajevo. Langton, do you? I never see them. The only ones I tend to see is Shropshire way. You've got a lot of the search and rescue training pilots that go in that way. Oh, Langton, fair enough. Coventry. No, I was thinking of the Boston wash because, again, going back Lincolnshire, I'm a Lincolnshire lad myself. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can.
I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, she's just heading up to the base again.
Sorry, you guys probably are finding this bit now extremely boring going through with the tweezers.
Yeah, watching paint dry and then picking bits of gravel out.
One by one.
How did it work when you pulled it the right way, by the way?
Didn't work any different to me. I got it to work on the other one.
Right.
I actually preferred it the other way because it got the edges a bit more.
Hot Dog Andy. I've been sent there a few times. Yeah, me too, buddy.
What, the doghouse?
No, Coventry. Sent to Coventry. It's a praise, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. Catch up, Grace. Hi, Romans. That girl might be too small for DCC, but I believe it or not, it's been done in a live stream. I used timber surf. I used to live on an airport. Saw a helicopter from my front window.
The best I had talking of that was years and years ago down where I lived. Literally, I was at a friend's house and I had a red arrow. Well, a couple of them because they were going up Biggin Hill right in front of a window. And for that week, all we saw was them everywhere going Tesco's, but right in front of the upstairs window, that was just... How it was that low, I don't know, but it was impressive.
The Shawbury Airfield, Prince Harry's been there a few times, but he corrected himself to Prince William. But yeah, obviously with the base up here, this is where William worked on the search and rescue, and I actually ended up working with him on one job. Amazing bloke. What's the name? Kate. Such a lovely woman. She came and I'm not going to go into it because I probably got everybody bored of it.
No, they're just bored of me, dear.
Grace and Rob, your email is on your YouTube about page as well. That's the Outlook one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's handy to know.
Yeah, I put it up there. I just wasn't sure if it appeared. I've seen RC live stream, but not DCC. Harris, I was close to Cosford and two planes came over and they were electric going straight and like, oh, nice. Well, the one thing I love about Coningsby, going back to, I can't remember who mentioned it, I think it was Tim, mentioned about the BBMF, is when she took off, a lot of the times, she actually flew straight over the house. And with it being so close to the airfield, it was really low. May just gone. It was 25 years since I did Mach 2 on Concorde. I'm jealous. Finneton said, Brian says, this, he can't say it. Touch and go again. Yeah, I can hear her in the background. Yeah, she can do mine anytime. Brian, I would love you to expand on that because that sounds so rude. I know what you mean, but it's just me twisting it.
Yeah, I did hear that.
She can do mine anytime. Excuse me, she's my other half, not yours.
Yeah.
And I don't rent her out unless the price is right.
Thanks.
25 quid and she's yours, Brian.
Excuse me?
Okay, 13 quid. Oh, Mum and Stuns.
Oh, you come back in.
We have not long mentioned you. Mods, can you please put another link into Mum and Son Train Rail Fans, please? We're desperately trying to build up their...
Tammy and Ray.
We're trying to build up their... what's the word I'm looking for? Subscribers.
Tammy, you know, we have a couple of people in here, actually, that work on a layout when we're live. So if you want to do that to still be able to watch it, feel free. But some just tend to say, well, I'm watching you, but I'm doing my layout, so at least know that if comments are for them, I'll announce it so they know to look at the screen to read a comment.
Pete, yes, I know you were talking about ballasting, mate. I just twisted it.
Brian. Ballast, right. Brian.
No. Oh, Brian said it as well, sorry.
And then Pete, Grace is going to do our ballasting for us, Rob. Okay, that would be great, thank you. That's not a problem. As I said, a lot of people tend to watch and do at the same time, so... Oh, shut up. But at least by saying to us, you don't have to, but it just means that, you know, if you pop on the comments and then pop out, we know you're kind of away from them at the moment. Because let's be honest, this probably isn't the most exciting to watch tonight. Although I'm being more productive than usual.
Andy, thanks for sharing that link. I was about to do it myself, but you beat me to it. Thank you very much indeed. Anybody who hasn't already, please jump over onto that channel and hit the subscribe and notification button, because there's some fantastic stuff on there. Tammy's son is autistic and apparently knows a lot about locomotives. And to be honest, I've watched a few of the videos and they're bloody brilliant. RB Rail, that's what I do, listen to you whilst trying to glue and gauge people into place. I'm surprised you don't fall asleep listening to us, mate. But yeah, again, I'll reiterate it again. If anybody's got their own channel to share, please do so. Drop a link in here and our mods will make it clickable. It's all about keeping the community together and boosting people's subscribers.
As what was done for us.
Obviously, mine and Brian's OnlyFans won't be put in a link. And for anybody not offended, that is a joke.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Is it not one of those that you say it is a joke, but it isn't?
Tammy, you are more than welcome. It's like Pete, who is Delph Junction on here, mentioned earlier. There are some channels that don't exactly support sharing links, but we're very, very much in paying it forward.
Well, some kind of, you get to a level and it seems they forget where they are, but there are certain channels that always seem to appreciate that, and we want to be one of those channels that no matter how far we grow, we'll always remember where we started and how we got there.
Andy, thanks for sharing Penitence. Could you someone also put a link into Brian's Facebook page as well, please, because that's also a great community, bunch of knowledgeable people on there.
Would you like me to say my usual what I say about it? Cause...
no, it's all right, okay. When you hit join on that, you will have to answer a few questions just to weed out the spam. So make sure you answer those questions fully and you'll be part of a great community.
Oh, it's a lot of the people that are on here, isn't it?
Again, Plymo Chairman, thank you for sharing another one for Timber Surf. And Timber Surf says, I know nothing about locos, lots about other things, but not locos. That's absolutely fine. But again, Timber, it's about sharing knowledge, isn't it? You know your bit, I know my bit.
Oh, we're not exactly locals. We couldn't go on and review it.
Oh, and Andy and Plymo are doing a brilliant job in sharing links. Thank you so much, guys. That's really, really appreciated.
So we're going to shout out to our admins as well. They're not admins, are they? They're spanners. But you know what I mean, guys. When I say admins, I'm sure you know what I mean.
Big Boys Fun says, never forget where you come from or how you got there. Never step away from one to reach a goal. And always offer a hand to the one below, as one day he may return the favour. Exactly. That's what happened to us. Did you say that was Andy? That's another Andy, did you say?
Who?
Big Boys. That's your cheat sheet.
Big Boys, Big Boys, Big Boys. No, Brian.
Oh, something Brian. Yeah, that's very true, Brian, because we were down at many days ago, we were down very low and someone said shared hours. We wouldn't be, we wouldn't be where we are without them. Is Grace practicing to be a diamond dealer? Well, she is. She's not letting me in on it.
Wait, where are my diamonds? Aren't you supposed to get me the diamonds?
Timber Surf, thank you very much for sharing Brian's Facebook group. Raymond, N and Z scale figures are impossible not to lose at least once. HO figures are already small. Peniton says thanks for the links. Jimbo, any radio hams here? I don't know actually, that's a very good question.
You were talking about your CBs and funny that.
Timber Surf, I am a mod without a Parker. Did you get that? A mod without a Parker, the Parker coats.
But yeah, that to obviously our admins, but like again a shout out.
Moderators.
Yeah. But to our Patreons and members as well. And we've also had another donator tonight. It's like a one-time thing. And people that have sent guests, we are so grateful to them as well. It just means we can get further along than we would be now. And that's always appreciated. But in the same sense, you know, it's not something, if you don't, that's fine.
I'm going to interrupt. Timber Surf, you mentioned about mods without a Parker. Quadrophenia. My brother-in-law, who lives across the road from us, was actually in that film.
Was he?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he told me.
I never knew that.
Yeah, because he lived down that way. Mum and son train rail fans. I've taught Ray about building friendship and not how many subscribers. We don't want them to think we only subscribe to trains. We can all learn about painting and building, etc. Yeah, that's the point, Tammy, is sharing it, because when people are watching your videos, they can always drop hints and tips, which is what they do for us.
And that...
And obviously, with Ray being autistic and being so into his trains, he's going to be very knowledgeable about those, and he can pass that knowledge on to others.
But like you'd interrupted me there saying about comments, obviously patrons and members, we do appreciate everybody as well, because of the amount of tips and tricks and that we get. We're grateful to everyone.
We couldn't do it without the tips and tricks.
No.
Timber Surfer, I don't own a scooter either. God, coming back last night, we had an idiot, one of these just
hair dryers.
One of these Just Eat All Deliveroo riders really cut the ambulance up, and I was thinking he's going to become a blooming hood ornament in a moment. Hot Dogs shared another one, thank you very much. Loco, sorry I haven't opened Facebook yet. Wow. Timber Smurf locos have a lot of wing mirrors. Okay, I'm lost on that comment. Stanhover Model Railway, sorry, just missed the stream. Anyone need a link to the channel putting up? Yeah, I've got to say the mods are doing an amazing job tonight in sharing links. Please keep that up, it's really appreciated. The fella Sting's character in Quadrophenia was based on my was in Bermondsey. He's gone druid. No way, Jesus. That was a brilliant film, and extremely based on a loose story. No, extremely loosely based on a story, I should say. True. I'm going to get
my
loosely based on a true story, I should say, about all the confrontations. And I think Peter has got OCD. I genuinely think Peter has got OCD.
Why?
Because he's turned around and said, got another 12 bits to pick up with the tweezer, Grace.
Oh, I think...
Are you actually counting them, Peter?
No,
that is quite sad. RB Rail, sharing is caring. Of course it is. I'm paying it forward. Never be frightened of sharing links on here, because you won't get told off. Tammy, we were kicked out of a chat today because Ray was responding with too many emojis.
What?
They knew he has a hard time typing even at 26 years old. How can he express better? Oh, that's sad.
Firstly, age doesn't come into it. If that's how he communicates, that's how we communicate. It doesn't matter on age. If that's how someone prefers to communicate.
So, Tammy, were they aware of his autism? I have to ask that. Because that seems a bit over the top. Yeah, but I've been kicked out of groups for various things. I've been kicked off internet suppliers. PlusNet, when it first started with ADSL, in their forum, they were discussing a certain thing, and I actually got kicked out because I disagreed with it. And then I got kicked out. I got an email off the moderators saying you will not be allowed back in until you agree with this. I actually ended up telling one of the moderators to
Foxtrot Oscar.
Yes, to Foxtrot Oscar, and then I got banned off PlusNet.
I wonder if that ban's still in place.
Stano was sending another one. Thank you very much, Stano, for sharing that. Timber Surf, I'm a lot older than 26, but incapable of using emojis. Stephen, people tend to panic when they hear an ambulance or Blues and Twos, but just stay calm. No, we weren't even on Blues and Twos, mate.
White truck.
It was just a patient transport vehicle, and he was just acting like an idiot. Hot dog pilot Andy, go for the multiply, said you. Yes, that's exactly what I said. in slightly less characters, going back to what Tammy was talking about, I said go forth and multiply in slightly less characters.
You know what your response should have been? Behold my field of filet baron. I love that.
Tammy saying very much so. So they were aware. So I've been very vocal about it. I'm not ashamed of man. Why should you be ashamed of man having autism?
Bro noun. Rob's didn't see you coming in. Very good evening, lovely.
I do apologise.
But I've seen you've said it again, so thanks for that, lovely.
Choberton's shooting off. Taxi of Dad yet again needed. Thanks very much for staying in the stream. You take care, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. And for heading over to my portrait as well. That was appreciated.
Yeah. Sorry, I really want to go back to this thing with Tammy now. Very much so. I've been very vocal about it. I'm not ashamed of him having autism, but Ray is wanting more subscribers, so he got nervous and thought he'd lose subscribers. That's a shame, that is.
It's Ray watching now, Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy,
I would imagine so.
Is Ray watching us now, or is he within earshot or anything?
Yeah, because I know they're doing the
I would
backup.
like him to hear what we have to say. Yeah. Tammy says I left my last chat with the as many emojis as I can. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. Yep, use as many emojis as you like on here. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Brian. If Ray does come on the chat, he can emoji away as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, Grace's brother is autistic.
No, he's been tested for that. Yeah, that's not confirmed, but he is ADHD.
Yeah, ADHD. Sorry,
it's not right to say unless it's testing. I've got it in my family. My nephew's severely autistic. He's about the mind of a 5-year-old.
But yeah, it's
mentally.
I can't swear on here.
We think I'm ADHD. Yeah,
I cannot tell you how much it angers me without swearing. I'm really, really trying not to swear here, but when you get people like that, it pees me off, and that's as close as I can get. I get so angry of people being so negative about things like that.
It's not just negativity, it's not having me understanding.
Penitent says he's welcome here anytime. Hell yes. And he can spam away as much as he like. Sorry, thinking of Alan. What have I missed? Thinking of Alan. Hope he's okay.
Huh?
Flymo, can you expand on that one? Have we missed something?
Is that Lord Alan? Because I noticed he's not been around.
Flymo, thinking of Alan. Hope he's okay. Timber can't find an emoji for peas. Just Google it.
My cousin has autism. I like to think he is not disabled, just abled in a different way. Exactly. And to be honest, I much prefer the world he lives in to this one.
Yeah. Stanhope Model Railway. I'd like to know what I'm doing wrong with my videos for my channel. I don't know. Our last video has bombed, basically.
I think it's the algorithm.
I wouldn't worry too much.
Ours have slowly been going down, but...
Yes, we're in the train building. I like building photo models. Ray's running trains. He knows he is different, but thank God I'm taught him he's special. Well, to be honest, Tammy, Ray's more than welcome.
He is special when he's loved.
He'll have loads of love from everybody in this chat. So if he does want to type in it while you're here, just explain to him he's not going to be segregated, he's not going to be looked down on, he's not going to be frowned upon.
You be you.
Be you, be proud, be tall, and don't give the monkeys what they think.
Wait, tall? What if he's not tall, though? That's not fair. That's like saying to me, be tall. I'm not tall.
Flymo, his nephew's autistic, and his mum has held him up with all that he's done. It's now 20 years. I think Alan's had a hospital visit, but my neighbour already picked that up on Sunday. Oh, Jesus.
Is this Lord Alan, guys?
Sorry to interrupt, everybody. Flymo, if you speak to Alan, please send him Alan. We're thinking of him. Ray, it's a pleasure to have you on here. I know you just typed, I'm Ray. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on this chat. You can put as many emojis on here as you like. You're not going to get kicked off. You're not going to get frowned upon. We want Ray. End of story.
Don't let anyone tell you different, sweetheart. And if they're mean to you on chats, well, they're not worth watching and being a part of. Everyone is different. Everyone communicates differently, sweetheart. You just do you and what is best for you. And your videos are brilliant, so.
Oh, Alan at Buckland Junction.
Oh, anyone know about Lauderdale, though? Because we've not seen him around much.
Yeah.
But also Alan at Buckley, obviously, anyone speaks to him, please pass on our best. Because he only did a live... Oh, no, it was 11 days ago, wasn't it?
Autistics are the only people I know who are able to catch out all our bent politicians. Well, that's most of them, isn't it, really? Langton, I haven't posted a video for a few weeks. It's a winter hobby for me. Progress will be slow. I try not to worry about the subs. I cancelled the Ferrari. Yeah, I've done the same with the GTR, mate. But yeah, Ray, really, really good to have you on board. Finneton, thank you for posting that one. Your Trains in the Attic is a very good one. Ray, thank you much to you. Oh, you're more than welcome. There's no need to say thank you, Ray. You are more than welcome in this chat on any time. And you can put as many emojis as you want. We're really not bothered about that. And obviously your mum's spoken to you about us, no doubt. And subscribed to us the other day. Hopefully we come across as people who genuinely care. We really don't care about anybody's background, issues or anything like that. Grace and I have mental health issues. I've got various physical issues.
I'm waiting to be tested for ADHD.
It doesn't matter.
And if anyone on our chat ever is abusive to you or the same kind of attitude and simple, they're gone. And I think our mods, admins, whatever they're called,
moderators,
they will be under the same impression to just get rid of someone like that.
To be honest, I don't think Ray or Tammy are going to have an issue here because I don't think anybody is like it.
No, but I want Ray to know that, you know, we're all looking out for him here.
But yeah, loads of love from us and everybody in the chat to you, Ray. You're an absolute diamond, mate. I've watched a few of your videos. You're an awesome bloke. End of story. Flymo, saw an update the other day for Lauderdale. We'll watch it later. I'm a night owl. Yeah, I just hope Alan's okay. Buckland Junction. That Alan with his hospital visit. Did I just catch you say that you were in the docks the other day as well, Flymo?
Oh, jeez.
Finneton, you're old, Rob. Yeah, cheers, bro. Much appreciated. Much love to you, dude. Much love. Thank you so much. Mark, Sarah said that she saw Alan driving his camper van early this week. So he's okay as far as I know. We'll try and speak to him tomorrow. Well, again, send him all our love. Tell him he is missed.
Who are we talking about now? Which?
Buckland Junction.
Oh, Buckland.
Pronoun. I like this. If people are cruel, it's usually because they've never been through anything hard. Very, very true. I totally agree with that. They've never had a battle themselves.
And the worst thing with
Alan,
people with mental...
Not Lord Al, Alan.
Oh.
So Alan at Buckland Junction.
Yeah. And the worst thing as well, when people say, chin up, is like telling someone to go with a broken leg and run a marathon. That's one of my worst sayings I hate.
Yep.
Keep your chin up.
Yeah, we had that off, it was off my sister, wasn't it? When I was having one of my really dark dog days.
Yields.
And my mental health hits rock bottom sometimes. And it was really, really dark day. And my sister actually turned around to me and said, chin up.
Yeah, but to be fair, you cope with me a lot because, let's be honest, you know, we say to everyone, people can probably pick up my manicness on things. It's why we partly do think ADHD. But Lord knows Rob does cope with me sometimes, and it does get hard for him as well.
Love Mum Tree. Yeah. Loads of love to you as well, Ray. But yeah, you come in here as many times as you like and you spam those emojis away. Seriously. More emojis the better. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure you're actually...
No, it's all right.
...in camera. Right, Finneton, does that mean we have 2 Raymonds now? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we do actually, yeah.
Oh, good. Alan, Raymond's, Brian's, Andy's.
I can't remember what Raymond's channel is, unless it's just Raymond. I can't remember, because I don't think we've had another Raymond on here for a little while. But I know there was one before that used to join our lives.
The least helpful... Oh, yes. Stephen Cameron. The least helpful thing anyone can say is man up. Oh, yes.
Ah, don't be sexist. What about woman up?
Ray's just sent a love heart.
Ah. Why are you showing my nose? That's horrible. Ugh. God, that's awful.
Oh, that's right.
It's like Grace is
looks really
pulling
promised,
each one out one at a time. Yep. With certain bits I am.
Your love heart.
My love heart really didn't work. I've just seen that.
Oh, I thought people might want to have a look at your nose. I can always point it up instead of looking up your nose.
It's the worst bit I hate about me is my blooming nose.
Off topic, DCC Concepts do some really good ready-to-run platform accessories. I've been looking on their website. Hey Tim, I tell you what I saw when I went down to Crewe the other week.
Without me.
One of the layouts I was seriously impressed with. You're mentioning about the platform stuff. And the platform actually had working digital signage. And I thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah, you recorded that on my video, didn't you?
You know, like the arrivals boards and things. Hi guys, this is Tommy back. That's right, you guys put a big smile on his face. Oh hell, quite happy to, quite happy to. As long if we've made him smile, that's our day complete.
That's all that matters.
Hey, just out of interest, Tammy, what time have you got where you are now? I know you said you were in South Carolina, so what's that? About 5 or 6 hours behind us, so maybe sort of 3, 4, 5 o'clock, something like that. Tim, yeah, you can get that. I've forgotten which website that does it. They looked amazing. They were really good.
Are they too new for our layout though, isn't it?
Stephen, that's where I always ask everyone okay when I join the live stream. 5 PM, Tammy is.
Oh, Jason, the 4th of July celebrations ain't even started yet.
RB Rail, bedtime, good night all. Thank you so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the chat tonight.
Richard. Thanks, lovely.
Big boys fun. My fault makes me who I am. My trials are my measure of my success. My failures are the blocks that I shall build on. Your ignorance is the way I shall always surpass you in life. I love it. Well said. Absolutely well said, mate. Well said indeed. Flymo, Tim, remember the topic we were on? Had a good laugh the other night on Tim Maslin. And that's everybody saying goodnight to RB.
I was actually quite impressed. I actually did remember his name. I just looked because I questioned myself.
I've got to ask something, Grace.
Yeah.
Why is it your central gravel is going past your outside gravel? I only just noticed that.
Because that's when it ran out, so I'm just putting it there while I'm doing it.
Your best bet now is to get your spoon, not the ballaster. You get your spoon and your gravel and just do either side as well.
No, I'm going to leave it because obviously for the next joining bit, I want to make sure that, so I'm going to stop at a certain point anyway. I've got it planned.
Okay.
I think you can't see anywhere I've missed, can you? Just in case there's something obvious. Yeah, that was funny, guys. I did my first ballasting and Rob was like, you missed this, you missed that. And then we looked back at his one. Didn't we, dear?
Throw a little light on the seat over here. You can see loads of cork there.
Where?
There.
Oh, there.
Loads of cork.
The problem is it's the fine stuff we need. Because it was coming out quite big there. Well, I think we can always do one layer and then go over it when we're not on the live, so we're not boring anyone.
Just run your finger over it, Grace. I presume you're talking about the ballasting. Tim Maslin just noticed it's getting towards bedtime. Tammy's just said, I want to thank you guys for making Rail feel better. I really appreciate it. And you, time for me to start making dinner for my guys. Thank you again. Tammy, loads of love to both you and Ray and the family.
And enjoy your celebrations.
Enjoy the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to you all. You guys take care and see you again soon. Paul says he missed a stone. Langton Road, Chinchilla Sand. Now that's not the first time I've heard that either. If and when we do go down the old N-gauge route.
I don't know, part of me thinks maybe do it again with double O, because there's some definitely different things I would change, but who knows where we'll be at.
Also, as well as saying the night to Tammy and Ray, I want to thank literally everybody in here for giving them that welcome. That means a lot to us. You know,
it's a great community we have. We are very lucky.
It's a fantastic community. Unfortunately, you do get some very, very sad people.
But we don't tend to get that. I'm going to jinx it, but...
No, we don't get them in here. We do get some very sad people in the comments on the pages.
Comments on our main videos, you mean, not on our
comments
pages?
on the main videos, yes. But I think we've got a great bunch of moderators in here. Well, we've got a great bunch of people, and I know damn well if anybody did step out, then the moderators would just kick them out.
But I've got to say, I don't think I've ever noticed our moderators having to actually ever get rid of anybody or delete comments, to be fair. I think, like we said, we're quite lucky we've got a good bunch here.
Flymo, all the best wishes to you all, Mum and Son's train. Cheers for looking in. Yeah, happy beating the Brits Day. It's very true. Tim, switch to DCC, Rob. Forget N-gauge. Yeah, but the problem is I think I'd need newer locos, if I'm honest. Because my locos certainly aren't the newest. And certainly aren't the best. I can't get some of them to come up the incline. But that's more to do with age, etc. They need new motors in. Stephen, when I started taking flying lessons, people laughed. When I said I wanted to be instructor, they laughed louder. I've got to succeed now, haven't I? Yeah.
Pete, that third bit of ballast on the left is too dark, Grace. Needs to be removed. Are you winding me up? Probably. Yeah, I think he's winding me up.
Sad people are probably council employed town planners are jealous of everything. They are very true. They all laughed when I said I was becoming a comedian. Well, they're not laughing now. Jimmy Carr, brilliant bloke. Really doesn't give a flying monkeys who he upsets.
Nope. Have you noticed the difference now that we've coloured it? The difference in... I don't know if you guys are going to see this, interestingly.
Can we see? No.
It's going to take a minute to move because it's
right.
not quite up again. Now it's moving it.
Yeah, you can.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's often case we flag up from the algorithm about some comments we have to show or hide, but sometimes we don't get a choice. We have to hide it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I never realised that, Flymo. Obviously, that just, again, shows what a great job our mods do. Because you're catching it and I'm not even noticing that you're doing it. So a big thank you, guys.
Do you mind me asking then, Flymo, have you had to do that much on here? Delph Junction, the 230...
No, not Delph Andy.
Yeah, I know, agreed. Delph Junction, the 236 on the left and the 706 on the right. I can't even read that. Stephen Cameron's off. No, buddy. Thank you very much.
Stephen. Thanks for checking in. See, I don't know how many of our American ones we're going to get in tonight because obviously they're off celebrating.
Yep. Celebrating, they kicked British butts.
Yes. The ballast looks great.
It's the wonky sleepers that are doing my note. Yeah, there are a couple.
Is it? Oh, there.
We've got a big gap.
Yeah, but we couldn't fix it, could we? That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because we did try to fix that. I said that to Rob before, but we'd actually risk breaking it.
A400, I'm heading back to Oxfordshire now. Oh, she's going to bed. Our neighbours just said she's got a relative down the Mac Loop way somewhere. And the aircraft actually made their dog jump. Pinnerton, ballast is never the same colour. This is very true.
I think it's just interesting because it's dried and it's gone from there. I know there are a few gaps, guys, but I'm just going to leave that to my OCD, really finicky bit off the live. I think you really don't. You've seen enough of me getting with the tweezers, I think.
Brown, this reminds you of the portrait press of a card house at Catterick, painting coal white and then painting it black again. Yep. And you see people joking about having to clean the head with a toothbrush. It's not a joke. When you backmouth your sergeant, it was one of his favourite punishments. I have literally been on my hands and knees with a toothbrush in the toilet cleaning. Blimey, we haven't seen a flag comment in here at all, Rob. I was just typing this when you said that, Rob. No worries. I don't know if it would come under... Well, no, hold a second. You're a moderator, so it would come up here as well.
No, I know, but I don't often see the comments, do I? So, but I think it depends. Obviously, I know people. We all have.
Timber says, "Cut the chairs off the sleeper and slip it under." Yeah, that was Grace's job, but we also do have a few wonky sleepers. But I think that's the disadvantage of using FlexiTrack, is the fact that the sleepers can slip left and right.
But does it add to a bit of realism?
No, not really.
Oh, forgive me. This one I'm not going to take apart, but I will try and keep
The Americans call it Independence Day. We call it Brits' Lucky Escape Day. Meant with love. It's very true. Comb the lawn. Comb the lawn? From Mount Raymond, from out the toilet. Yeah, I thought it was a joke when I heard it. Alex, the head. Yeah, I'm sure that's the same in America as well. That the head is the bathroom. Alex, monkey sleepers are more realistic, question mark. No, they're not. I think Alex is agreeing with me on that.
I think I'm in trouble for this one. Forgive me, guys.
Timber Surf, I have to delete many comments when I mod on Kathy Miller's channel lives. Andy, I've done a lot worse, to be fair, Rob. I've been a plumber for 35 years. Ooh, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, well, I used to do frontline ambulance, Andy, and I have literally been in houses the way you wipe your feet on the way out.
We've been to a couple ourselves.
Where I thought that was a joke. But no, you do literally wipe your feet on the way out. British people should say sorry for the world for America. Oh, we're delving into politics at the moment. Let's not go there. Yeah, let's not go there. Let's keep it friendly.
Especially on today of all days. I realise you're probably not seeing this, some of it off of the view, but...
Timber, she has less on the lies, less than Jenny, but gets way more spammers. She 80,000 subscribers rather than Jenny's 20k. I imagine that's hard work then. I knew a guy who was let out of the glass house to get married. Yes, I spent a night in Jankers as well. I spent a night in the guard room. Where there's muck, there's brass and plumbers. Alex, I'm teasing because of the day I like him. No, I know, mate. I was only joking myself, so don't worry. It's... What was I going to say? I've forgotten what I was going to say now.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Don't worry too much about that. We can use the... Well, as long as you've got most of it up, we can use the...
I always do it anyway, just as a...
Yeah, you can use the track cleaner to get rid of most of it.
Well, as I said, these lines haven't been run in a while.
America's national anthem is a British tune. I never knew that. Climber, are you alone there, Timber Surf? I'm wondering why you asked that. That sounds stalkerish. This is where Flymo admits to installing cameras in Timber's house.
Yeah.
And he's watching him. Ballast is never unicolor. Depends on how long it's been there and what kind of stone is used. Flymo, one of those ironic things along the way, Paul Woods.
I think I flooded this too much because it has moved some of the ballast onto the track. So it might have been what happened with you, you know.
It can be picked up. Don't worry about it when it dries out. Nothing wrong with it. No, I think you're all right there, Grace. Good evening from I apologise if I say this wrong, Job. Good evening from Cavalier, Germany.
Where?
This one.
Job, nice to see you, lovely. It's been a little while. You okay?
Oh, one of the regulars?
Yeah, he's not been on for a little
Oh,
while,
fair
but
enough.
yeah. Oh, my mum and dad asked earlier. I wondered.
I didn't know if that was a new person.
No.
I'm
Joe's
just
been
gonna
on
get
a
my
few.
tabs.
Sorry.
Get my tabs.
Yeah. No worries. But yes, guys, what do you think to this? Do you change your mind on the watching me ballast probably after tonight? Brian, how much washing up liquid did you put in the glue? I have no idea, Brian. It was Rob that mixed it up, not me. So I really don't have a clue on that, unfortunately. I'm just going to try and get rid of some of it because there's no point just being on the layout, is it? I don't know how many of you are cringing probably about how badly I've done it, but bro noun, take care, lovely. Thanks for joining us as always. It's fine. Real railway edges aren't perfect and scatterbrush shrubs. Yeah, that's obviously something at the later stages, adding all that greenery and bits growing out and things. That is a plan. It's like I'm not too worried about the glue because again, it's going to get covered anyway. It's just doing me seeing so much because it has soaked it quite a bit. Rob's actually gone to get his tablets at the moment, so when he comes back in, I will let him know. I think the glue was 50-50. I'm sure it's like a 50-50 mix he did. But when he comes back in, I will ask him about the amount of washing up liquid. Is it something you've noticed as to possibly what it is? I shouldn't have done that because that's just moved all this everywhere. I think I've soaked this a bit much, haven't I, guys? Obviously, it doesn't help because this doesn't have anywhere to just sit into. No, it's fine. Oh, okay, I feel better. Night, Mum. We'll give you a call tomorrow after the docks. I don't bother with washing up liquid. I prefer wet with IPA, far better wetting agent. Well, that's what I wet with. IPA is in this. But I think you put washing up liquid in as well. Yeah, it will shrink and go clear anyway. Don't touch your fiddle, yeah. It's not sinking in very well. Oh, I thought it was going quite well. Oh, it's sinking in, but not as quick. Yeah, it's taken a while, isn't it? Yeah, job, 50-50 glue water and a pinch of washing up liquid. IPA is too expensive. Brian, I think it was something Rob bought at the very beginning. I don't know if it's something once it's gone, but I believe it's the cheaper version for track cleaning as well. Again, that's more his expertise than mine. So, I buy IPA by the gallon. Ooh, just squirty glue everywhere. Shouldn't have done that. Just maybe fiddling where I shouldn't. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now, actually, because that really probably didn't sound the best. IPA is £3 a litre. Tomorrow it'll look beautiful, yeah. Brian's asking how much PVA do you tend to use in... How much washing up liquid did you use in there?
Oh, it's literally just a few drops. I will say as well, we are up here in the morning.
No, I know.
Yeah, it's literally just a few drops of the washing up liquid. Don't do the 50-50 on the water either.
IPA is dirt cheap after COVID. The excess PVA with silver baseboard. Weirdly enough, with this one baseboard here, it's actually got something over it because Rob actually once spilled Coke on it.
We sealed them all.
No, before we did seal it.
No.
I thought it was before we sealed it.
No, because it was sealed and then mounted.
Oh, I can't remember. No, this one was pre-treated. It was these ones this was pre-treated one.
They were all done.
Oh. How much glue are you mixing at once?
Show them the bottom.
So a big coffee jar. That's what we've used. Look at that, I think I got the colour spot on.
Yeah, what Grace has put into view there and gone quiet afterwards is an old gold blend coffee jar. It says 50-50 mix on it, but I found afterwards that it was too much glue.
The glue we got was from Sturmat. It was a big massive jar, 5 litre thing of it, wasn't it? Was it 10 quid?
10 quid, yeah.
Pete, I don't worry about price buying. I get 2,000 a week pension, then I woke up. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know how that's going to look.
You've gone quiet again. You're not talking, you're bore people.
No, I'm just trying to figure out the angle. It's been a little bit delayed because obviously I've moved it, but I can't see it from there.
Why have you moved it to there?
The tunnel.
Oh, the tunnels.
Because obviously I've got to weather it. So as you can see, guys, I've actually done pretty well with my colour match. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you need to think about calling it a night, Grace.
So do you think I should leave this?
That's absolutely fine.
No, I mean leave it for tonight.
Yes, I do, because we are up at 6:30 again.
Oh, jeez, we are, aren't we?
Alright.
Right, guys, on that note, I'm being told off.
You've got a hospital appointment.
So yeah, guys, I am going to head off. Thank you all for joining once again. The lives are getting busier, so as I said, never mean to miss comment or if anybody pops in. I think it's a bit hard for Rob as well because he's not used to who's in with his memory. I'll be getting to bed about then. Oh jeez, I used to be a night owl like that. I'm a bit better now. But yeah, thank you all once again for tuning in. But Rob is right, I do need to head off and call it a night, I think. Otherwise it could have been a late one. So you never know. It's easier out in the shed because obviously we're not disturbing Mum. So let's hope tomorrow with the hard wiring it will be even more reliable. Nice stream, good banter, exactly. And as Alex, it's been emotional. I do agree. So if you haven't already, if you don't mind hitting that like button on the way out, go make Robbie's hot chocolate. He actually has milk with his tablets at night, funnily enough. But thank you all again. It's actually been quite a long stream today, isn't it? Not that you'd think it. Andy, you'll be adding scatter grass bush and all sorts of ballastment in recess. Yeah, exactly. Brilliant live. Thanks for everyone. It was a widow's pain, short and strong. Thanks for stream, sir. I was like, don't apologise for being late, guys. You turn up when you turn up. Go make Grace hot chocolate, Rob.
Once again, guys.
But then Brian said go make Robbie's hot chocolate, so we're kind of even there.
Yeah. Once again, guys, thank you so much for that welcome you gave to Ray from mum and son trains. That was absolutely fantastic. I think when people have been cruel to someone like Ray, it's important that they're welcomed elsewhere, and you all did an amazing job of that. Brilliantly done.
Well, it's because we have a good bunch here, I say. And we're very grateful anyway.
Yeah. And I'm sure, well, it's like Tammy said, it's put a smile on Ray's face, so that's because of you guys. So I shall bid you good night. Say good night, Grace.
Night, everyone. I've
Take
just
care.
seen a few bits that I'm going to get with. Well, I've still
Take care, sleep well, see you again soon. Thanks for joining.
Night, everyone. Oh, so you can see when it's... Why did you whisper then? Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. I think we're there, but I'm going to have to flip the camera to turn it off.